We're heard. We should be heard. We should be heard.
There we go.
Yeah, there
Why
we go.
does my Twitch say we're offline?
I'm re.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
There we are. Hi, lovelies. Oh, I'm so excited.
And
I've said it before.
and
I
you-
will keep saying it
and you
over and over again.
just
I'm
can't
so
hide it.
excited for you.
I'm so excited. And I
mean,
just can't hide.
I've watched you
Am I allowed
guys
to
for
do
so
that?
long, you know? To be finally here and a part of it.
I mean, that is.
I'm so excited that you are a part of it.
I know, I'm so excited. This whole group.
Guys.
It's great. It's great. It's wonderful. It's gonna
Group
be
is the vibe.
the vibe.
It's true.
It is.
Oh man, I don't know who this is, but I'm afraid. So we'll see what happens. We have a GDDGHDHD. I don't know how you say that.
A what?
That's how you say it.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. Hi, everybody. Welcome on in. How's everybody doing this evening? Hope everybody's having a good time. I had to do some last-minute changes to things, and things didn't appear like they were supposed to. So I was a little flabbergasted on that one.
Why would they ever do that?
Because
Technology ever be mean.
I sometimes want slobs to work correctly, and generally on this night, everyone else is quieter than you. Hang on, what is this? But also hi. What else is?
But also,
Oh my god!
hi.
Oh my god, it's John, dude.
I don't.
Hey, I hope things are going well.
Appears to
Is
be.
it actually John, or is it someone
Or is
on
that
John's
Kurt?
account?
Or is it?
It's not me. I'm not logged in.
Or is it Rory?
Or is it? Is
There's
it?
so many people.
It's Thomas.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
All right.
Hi, Thomas.
Aw, Thomas.
You got.
Got.
There were so many
But
options.
hello, past the meeple and JDW.
Hi, everybody. So
We love you
sorry.
too, Thomas.
Sorry. All right.
Indubitably.
We'll give it another couple minutes. Hang on. That's down just a little bit.
You like a couple minutes?
Only a couple minutes. I don't know why everybody's so quiet. Thank you, a couple
Peter.
minutes. We're doing our
Thank you,
best.
Hive.
I don't know what's
There
happening.
it is, Ashley.
You know I got you.
I appreciate it. I really do.
But I want to get into telling the story, so I mean, we're just gonna in 3, 2, 1, and boom. Hi, everybody. Can you hear everybody? Can you see everybody?
Hello?
Check, mic check.
Oh wow, these are all so close to our faces.
They are close to your faces. That's what happens. That's how I make sure that you're all in there and you're not looking microscopic. No, but really, everyone is very quiet, and Kurt, you're quite loud. I'm always loud.
Oh, no.
You went
It
the
always
full other
defaults. Mine defaults now to like 50% volume.
Yeah, you got go inside your volumes and see.
Is it my Zoom? Is it the Zoom problem?
It
oh,
is-
no, mine,
It is. It could be a
no,
Zoom problem.
mine appears to be
Okay.
correct.
If I raise this microphone and it's too loud, you guys have to let me know. I'm just gonna slowly
Microphone.
raising it. Is it good? Is it
It
too
doesn't
loud?
sound any different to me, but
Does
it
it sound
may
any
be.
No.
different?
Yeah, I don't know why everybody's
It's a little
sounding
Sound different at all?
still good. I hear still
Still
good.
good?
Don't
Okay.
everyone but Kurt's the same. It's a slobs thing.
Oh, we're on a
Heartbreaking.
different audio track?
I don't know,
you
we're
are.
gonna
Your-
see.
Ah.
I'm
Crank
very
up your
loud.
audio
Yeah.
track.
Streamlabs.
Hold on. I'm trying to fix it.
We're doing just a
There
little
we
technical
go.
stuff
Hang on.
here,
Kurt,
you
very
know?
loud.
Well,
I can't tell if we're being trolled
While
now.
we're here,
I don't
you
know.
guys can't see it behind me, but I
Where?
have.
What?
Okay, so it's the question that I asked before we went live. I have a cool antique chair behind
Yes.
me, and it's empty. It's a pink tufted, very ugly chair that I got on Facebook Marketplace because if my furniture looks haunted, the more I want it in my home. So. For everyone in all the mad chatters out there right now, do I get a porcelain clown to put in my chair or do
I'll
I
do
get
a
a
poll.
ventriloquist dummy?
Oh God, those are the
Do a
two.
poll for you.
You would have loved my house when I bought it.
Did they have
It
like a
was
doll
filled with-
room?
It had a clown room.
Are you kidding me?
No,
I would have
it's
left
now the
it.
tavern.
I
think the
would have
80s
left all the clowns.
I think
I
I
think
spelled
the-
everything right.
I think the 80s ruined
know what
clowns
I
for
want.
everyone, right? Like, or when did Poltergeist come out?
Poltergeist came out in the 80s.
Yeah, like that was the movie that like all the kids watched, and from then on, like no
That
clown
was what
dolls.
did it. It didn't do
I
it.
don't know. I don't know.
It was no it. I was like too young to really understand what was happening in it for
So
the
it
most
did do
part.
it to you, but it did it to the older
Amanda
people.
said if you do
Yeah.
get a clown, she
Okay.
can't be on
But
the
the-
stream
but-
anymore.
But at the
I'll
end
just
of the
cover
bed,
it.
that
I'll
like
put like a sheet
No
over
little
it.
sheet,
Like
make
a
a
kid-
ghost.
I'll make it like a little coat.
Hello. I don't know if
Sorry,
I'll
Hello,
what were you
Duncan
saying?
Snowborn.
It's
if
Uh,
you
John.
stream,
It's
you could take donations to cover it or uncover it, right?
There's
And they could battle.
Well, we can't hear you at all, I don't think. Thomas, you need to make
no.
up your mind. Okay? You need to make up your mind. Like here.
Kurt is now absolutely silently quiet.
I'm absolutely silently quiet. That's impossible. Because I'm loud as
That's
shit.
what Heart of Adventure said.
I hear you.
I know, right? Everybody can hear me but this. Wait.
Wait,
that's
someone
good.
said
Oh.
good.
Boa Kid said that's good. Boa Kid says we're good, so we're good.
Hey!
Yay!
Don't touch
it's
it.
all figured out now.
Don't touch
No
it.
touchy.
Just hands
Not
up.
that you did
hands
anything, I
up.
bet. It just
You
Oh,
realize
no.
I moved on. I literally, this is what I did. I got on Zoom and I took my mic volume and I adjusted it by 2 points. And then I adjusted it by 2 points on slobs. And that's it. That's it.
Sometimes
I
2
would-
points is all it takes.
I just.
sometimes sometimes the device gets wonky and you just have to wiggle it for it to like figure itself back out again.
Project, Kurt. Project is what Midfield Marauder says.
I'm. God damn it, Dave. Project. I am projecting. Diggy hole. Diggy hole. All right.
I could play a dwarf if you want. I can switch real quick.
No.
Hey, teach me. Teach me
No.
how to do an accent.
No,
please help.
we're not. We are out of control.
I
today,
can't do them
friends.
either. Don't you
You're
In
right.
my-
It's because I'm here, Kurt. Things
In
never
my,
go on track, but I'm here.
In the jogging stream where I'm like 3/4 of the way through our first VOD, and I have like a whole 10-minute thing where I'm talking about how like you and Roy are like committed to the accents on your characters and how I could just never fucking do that.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
You know, I
Every
just couldn't do
character
it.
of
But
mine
like,
is
but I have
slightly
so much
different.
respect for like you and like Ashlyn and like with
And
Nida.
Nida has a consistent
Like
accent
man,
because
like
it's one from
keeping
my
that up.
Love
games.
Nida.
Such props to you for doing that.
For real.
you
Accents are
know,
hard.
They
But
are.
that's the only one I can do because it's made up. And no
You
one
know-
can quote me on it being
do you-
wrong because
do
it
you-
doesn't
Well,
exist in the
that's
world.
why Jubilee sounds
Right.
like this, because Jubilee was supposed to start as Irish, and I'm not entirely sure what ended up happening. It's just like partially British, partially Irish, partially I don't know.
It's fun. It's what it is. Also, Porcelain Clown did win. So just
Yeah.
I'm-
Oh, there was a poll.
there
I
was a
did, you're
poll.
welcome.
Yeah.
Hi
A
everybody.
leprechaun.
Just oh my lord,
Ooh.
here we are. Hi everybody.
Well,
it's
there you go.
it's Tuesday, and at some point we'll start this game.
If you're lucky.
If
Maybe.
you're lucky, at some
If
point
you ask nicely.
we'll start this game. Hi everybody, we're missing a face. Rory, unfortunately, couldn't be with us this evening. He had some stuff come up that he had to take care of. As for everything else, you are once and finally going to see the real brain behind this all. Rachel, my co-DM, is gracing us this evening because I can only talk so much and my brain and throat hurt.
Mhm.
There you go. We also have Amanda joining us. Her character is here, finally. Yay! It's going to be great.
Yay.
It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be cool and all kinds of shit. But most
Absolutely. Deep breaths, water.
it
great
is.
things.
It is. It is. It is. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be great. I hope all of you are having a wonderful Tuesday. I hope that you are all enjoying your, I don't know, what's some Taco Tuesday. It's Taco
There you go.
Tuesday, right? So make sure you have your tacos on a Tuesday.
But I'm in the wrong state for tacos.
No, I bet Texas has really
Ma'am?
good like British
Oh
Ma'am?
no,
tacos.
that's
Ma'am?
the
Ma'am?
Californian being a
Ma'am,
dick.
I will fly down there right now.
Look, I
These
grew
are
up right
fighting
next to the
words.
border.
All I'm saying also is where I live right now, it is currently 55 degrees.
That must be nice.
It's so nice.
That's not too bad.
No.
You know what? No truer words have been spoken. There is no wrong state for tacos unless it's
That
a state
is
of
true.
mind.
Ain't
That-
that
Milligan
the
said
truth?
Right.
He
That
thought it
was
Tennessee
artistic.
Whiskey
I know.
Tuesday.
That was
so-
poetic.
I mean, I know who that
Okay,
is,
no,
and
it's-
he is
Midfield Marauder, you get inspiration.
I mean, I know who that I know who that guy is, and he is a professional author. So him being a master of words is a good thing.
Is that going to be the quote on the back of his next book? There is no wrong state for tacos unless it's a state of mind.
It should
just
be
imagining
I need that on a
It should
shirt.
be.
I need that on my wall. I need
right.
Tattooed.
Bruno, thanks for the resub.
Thank you for the
I appreciate it, man.
Woohoo!
All right, friends, we're gonna get into
Alright,
this. We're actually we're gonna start playing this damn game. Come hell or high water. But you know what? While I get a couple other things, I'm gonna do the thing that I swore that I never was gonna do, but I'm going to politely ask for a yeah, that's right. Touch your nose. You're the one who picked yourself.
No,
that's how that works.
this is the not me. This is the not me. Not me. Not it.
me. Not me.
I
not
was
me.
last.
A recap from last session, but who's going to give the recap? I don't know. I will let our dungeon mistress, Rachel, decide who's going to give a recap, because Manda doesn't have to, because Manda wasn't here, so she's just an automatic out, right? So
I also was not here last.
nope,
time.
you're no excuse.
I gotta say, just from remembering the good old days of Dark Sun and those wonderful, amazing recaps that Sir John over here used
Oh
to
no.
do. And also looking at these notes, they're really good. I have faith in your abilities. I call upon you.
No, I'm good. I'm good at like give me prep time for that fancy stuff. I'm
John,
a-
do you want me to just bullshit my way through some recap?
I mean, I'm
It
trying
can
to
be a
even
tag
remember.
team effort.
been
You
2
guys
weeks,
can do it
right?
together.
So
John used to just
So-
Oh
throw
wait,
it
what happened was we had breakfast
Yes.
and Tucker made the most delicious like he made this delicious breakfast. I don't remember if we had ham and honey for breakfast or if that was for dinner, but there was like these consistent strings of eloquently described meals. That was the highlight. That's my contribution
That's-
actually to the summary is we had bitchin' breakfast and food from Tucker. If you missed
To
anything,
be fair,
that's
I
what you should be
feel
sad
like
about.
half of the session was us eating food that Tucker made us.
Not
Speaking
wrong.
of, Brungal said they
Kurt-
gotta feed folks. Are we also being fed?
Kurt spent 90 seconds describing Tucker making breakfast, and then it was like 2 minutes when he was I timed it. I was like, oh my god! I went back and timed like how long those descriptions were, and they're so good. They are sexy. Like
I was
honey ham.
I was
sex.
I was hungry. What do
You
you
were
want?
on. You were on fire, dude.
I was hungry. All right.
Okay, that's my.
So last time on Greyhawk, the Next Generation, the group had been led to Sherper by Tucker, and upon arriving to Sherper, they found the winter festivities in full effect, as the town of Sherper is having its last hoorah before it closes down for the winter. They found themselves at the Stone Hearth, where they found lodging, and they kind of began to mingle around and spread throughout the city, finding what clues that they could. They went over to the market, where they met the matron of the market, and they found that several of the convoys that come from the farther north were not arriving. They weren't there, whether it be perhaps weather or snow, what have you. But they have begun to draw their own conclusions. After finding out a little bit more about the town and the city itself, and the seasonal cycle that is Sherper, they participated in the evening's festivities, where there were those who were dancing on tables, and those who were making merry with many of the other patrons, and those who observed an interesting debacle, so to speak, where they saw someone being taken. But we begin the next day where the drink got too much, the evening became too much, and they let the night pass away. The following morning at breakfast, they're nursing hangovers. They're having powdery, fluffy biscuits with thick, white sausage gravy and long, thick cuts of smoking bacon and eggs, sunny side up, with freshly toasted bread from the hearth that permeates the room, and large tankards of morning breakfast beer to satiate this hangover that they've had. You're welcome.
That's so
Thank you
good.
so much.
Thank you.
I want breakfast now.
Yeah.
But you all have arrived at Sherper ultimately to find out what information you can regarding the tale of the diamond halls, as well as find a navigable way to get up to Starport. And so your quest continues. Oriel, having enjoyed far too much of his drink and partying, saying, I just want everybody to be happy. And so he very much imbibed a little too much and is still currently nursing and sleeping off his drink from the night before because, as he put it, the party doesn't end till dawn. Why are you going to bed? And so that's the best I can do for that impression. I'm sorry, friends.
That was glorious.
That was good.
Spot on, truly.
So you can hear him faintly, distantly snoring off his drink. His elven constitution not quite what he thought it was.
That was Bobakin said, wait, I thought Rory wasn't here tonight. I just heard him.
I know.
I appreciate it.
Tavern goers are at the tables dotted around. There's a few empty ones if you guys want to sit. Orin is pacing back and forth at the bar, getting things situated, sorted.
Yeah, I'd claim a table for the group.
Okay.
I think Zephyrin would probably be up a little bit earlier. I mean, he's used to drinking heavily like that.
As we've noticed.
And so he'd probably have by the time you all kind of came downstairs, he'd have a table set aside and like his pack on the ground and eating.
Gravy in his beard as you all come down and see him doing the whole biscuit, slopping up the gravy, bacon in the other hand, shoving into his mouth kind of thing. And those scents just permeate you and bring a whole, as a band once said, it very much brings you to life.
Does
it wake me up inside?
Very much so.
As Kalita will walk up, or whoever it is.
Oh yeah.
The Furian's going to kind of look up and be like, there are many overwhelming omniscient forces at work in the universe and within Destiny. And it's just amazing that one of them happened to know the exact thing that I wanted to eat this morning. It's just, it boggles the mind a little bit.
Yes, I'm
Jams
quite
a
sure the
biscuit in his
universe took the time to take down your requested breakfast order and change the entire tavern to match it. Of course, that's how that happened. It isn't an entire coincidence.
Prove it wrong.
I mean, I can't, but neither can you.
So we can both be right.
Sure.
Have a seat.
It does look delicious, though.
Oh, and there is an iron plate right there before you with mounds of this delicious breakfast food. I mean,
so I had quite a fun night dancing and drinking and all of that. I seemed to lose you all for a bit. I kind of went into my own world. How was your nights?
I was good. I drank quite a bit with Oriel, gambled with him, as I would recommend anyone who is low on coin should do. And then retired in the eve with thoughts of Sylvana. What was her last name? Sylvana Throw?
Throw.
Who's the caravan queen lady?
Throw.
Sylvana Throw. Yep,
Throw.
you got it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
with thoughts of Sylvana Throw in my poetry.
Oh.
The merchant matron of the merchant's quarter.
As soon as it's like thoughts of this woman, Kalina just is like leaning forward. Oh, do tell.
Oh, well,
She is a gossipy bitch about that.
well, she's beautiful and gorgeous, and writing words and poetry of her. It's very simple. It's very easy. Feels right.
Oh, you've been writing words of poetry? Care to share?
No, I'm not ready right now.
But what is the creative process if not a collaborative one?
Oh, I agree, but only when the time is right. The time must be right.
Fine.
First draft, secret to yourself. Second draft, you mention. It's the third draft where you allow your friend's eyes to see it.
No, the first draft's the one you do while heavily intoxicated, correct?
Usually, yes. Usually, if you're trying to nail down my process, that's a very important step.
Fortuna steps up next to Kalita with Ray landing on Zephyrian's shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And her eyes go completely white. She puts a hand on Kalita, and Ray is standing there staring over Zephyrian's shoulder. It looks like it says something about her supple bosoms, I think. It's hard to read the handwriting.
Supple giant bosom.
That might need a bit of editing. Just a twinge. It might need a feminine touch.
Oh, you
or
might be
an eye.
mistaken. My art is for me.
I mean,
Damn.
fair.
Something, the crevasse of her cleavage would rival that of the Grand Canyon.
What's the Grand Canyon?
It's
Never
this
heard of it.
place down south by the Brotherhood Scarlet. It's all good. All right, so as you are all getting in your jokes, your jests with one another, poking fun at Zephyrian's infatuation of the evening, though that's not to be said, each of you didn't have your own before the night was out. You all feel refreshed upon eating the food or whatnot, and out of the corner of you, or out of the corner of your eye, you can't but help but notice a small individual look over at you all, and he says, "Just put it all on my tab, will ya? Thanks." As he's walking back,
Zephyrian's like,
as he's walking back with pots.
Thank you, Tucker.
Thank you, Tucker.
It's really appreciated.
As you realize you've just put Lord knows how much of an indentured servitude on this poor bard who was only trying to help for your rooms, board, whatever drinks you had last night. But hey, he's cooking in the kitchen at least, right?
That would be why the food is so good today. And Kalita's gonna look around, see if she can't find what's his bucket? Owns the stone, Orin.
Oh, he's around.
It's gonna just, pardon me, everybody, and is going to go talk with Orin real quick. Excuse me.
Hello.
I realize we might have put a bit of a burden on our good friend Tucker. Might I inquire how much is currently owed on our little gaggle?
175 gold pieces.
Excellent. Excellent.
Well, you did ask for the staterooms.
I did not.
You did last night. You requested an upgrade because you said that the common rooms weren't quite up to par and you needed something a little bit better for your delicate frame.
That's not like right. Right. Well, I would be an awful friend if I just let him handle all of that. You don't have to have anything that we might be able to do for you to, alleviate that just a smidgen. Look, I'm willing to work for my board.
Well, I can see this much. You dancing on the tables last night kept the booze flowing.
You're welcome.
Or would you like to continue to do that to perhaps work off the debt?
I can certainly entertain to help work off the debt.
Right. Your show will start at 8.
Excellent. I will see you then.
Might want to lose the armor, though. Pick something a little more entertaining.
And this is how Kalina becomes an exotic dancer.
We all retire right now to do jobs for this guy. Adventurers retire.
She's just gonna head held high, turn back around, sit down, be like, "You owe a lot of money."
How much is a lot?
How deep a hole did we put him in?
100, I believe, 17?
75.
175 gold deep.
I was wondering why.
175 gold.
I was wondering why we woke up in the stateroom.
Yeah.
That was pretty fancy, but that tub, I mean,
It was
in
lovely.
the hot water.
It's something about a clawfoot.
The closet
I'm going-
prestidigitated all of your dirty clothes for you. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was
Mending?
worth it, but also, well, so here's my thought. All right. So he owes 175 gold, right?
Yeah.
And when I say he owes 175 gold, I mean he
Oui.
owes 175 gold. So if we just like disappeared, then we don't owe 175 gold to anybody.
There are a lot of people I could do that to.
Rachel,
I've seen a lot of
please
people-
note a alignment shift in
I
Fortuna.
couldn't do that to Tucker. He's been good to us despite us being a little bit unruly to him.
Yeah, I haven't been the nicest to Tucker, and it's all in good fun. I don't actually wish him ill, and if we leave him in this much of a debt, that would definitely be ill. So I'm going to be performing at the tavern tonight at 8 o'clock. Apparently, I was very successful in keeping drinks flowing last night. So
What kind of performance are you doing?
Welcome in, Troll Lord Games. Thank you for the raid. We greatly appreciate it.
a bit of dancing, a bit of music, the usual. I mean, it's what I'm good at. Maybe I'll
Usual, huh?
spice.
How much is he going to pay you per night?
I have no idea.
If it's a gold, 175 days is a long time.
I didn't get, there wasn't a contract that was signed. I just wanted to come over here and maybe have some backup in maybe finding other odd jobs or something.
There's got to
I'm
be.
good. I'm not that good.
Let me go talk to him.
Oh, what if I read people's cards? I could charge them to do that.
Absolutely.
Hey, Patrick, thank you for the subscription.
I'll be right back. And Zephyrian's going to kind of scoot out of the table and grab a biscuit and head towards the bar.
He looks up at you as he's like cleaning out a mug, and a sly grin comes across his face.
So I meant to play a small trick on our companion. I did not mean to doom him to servitude. And so I know that you and Kalita have talked about her dancing, which actually you should totally do. What we talk about is not going to undo that. That should happen. I'm with you. But we have a particular set of skills in this group that are beyond your dance on the table, wash the tables variety. We're getting ready to travel northwest to Starport to learn more of an ancient history of the Diamond Halls.
Oh, you wish to seek your own doom. That is not in any way, shape, or form
It's
profitable for me, sorry.
it's kind of our profession. And we have returned many times. We have seen the clockwork creatures and warriors and survived. And
The what now?
we've been around. Just trust me. Trust me. What if when we go there we can find some stuff to bring back to you that would be worth Tucker's debt? Or even something closer. You don't happen to have someone who's like trying to extort you for money that we could defeat, or a nearby evil keep, or if there's any necromancers, I'm really good at taking out other spellcasters. That kind of variety of thing. Do you need anything like that by chance?
I just run my bar. Not quite to that particular level of problems do we have in this establishment, but look, I understand you're trying to get a bit of a gag, and I appreciate that. I can be very much understanding of such things. However, the tab is still the tab, and, I mean, let's be real. She'll work it off in a night.
Oh, in that case, I was worried that it was going to be weeks and weeks, but if it's just a night, then
I mean,
we're good.
depending upon how well she works the crowd.
I have the utmost faith.
How far am I while this is happening?
Not very.
Am I within earshot, Zephyrian? Are
He
you
is
speaking
not.
loud enough
He
where I
is
can-
like the bartender's not even trying. He's not trying to be like, well, let's make sure that we get our money's worth. You know, like he's not talking like
Yeah.
that.
You can overhear if you choose to. It's fine.
Well, or I mean, out of the kindness of your heart, because I know that you really are such a kind soul, and I think that perhaps you like us enough where you could do us a really big favor and you could just wipe the whole thing clean if you really wanted to. And I'm going to cast suggestion.
Oh,
What's
Zephyrian's
this?
gonna see the
I
spell
prepare
coming
for
and
a
like
table
watch
for
the
a
spell
night,
as it flies
guys.
through the air
What
towards the
is
guy.
this? What is the save?
What's that save
Suggestion.
DC?
What is
Is
it?
it intelligence or
wisdom
wisdom?
save?
Wisdom.
Did you roll your portents for today?
No,
Nope.
I'm going to do that right
Oh,
now.
man.
You
Definitely
don't get to use it.
should.
The scene where we have to run away from an army of screaming dwarves. It's in our future.
I'm
I
picturing
feel it.
it.
I
I can
feel
see
it.
it right now. Did you roll for it, Kurt, or would you like me to roll
I
for
did.
it? Oh, you got it. Cool. Cool.
You're right. I should just wipe it clean away.
It would be
Yes.
real kind of you if you really wanted to.
You're right. It would be really kind of me to just wipe it away. That would be kind of me.
Oh, Zephyrian's gonna slowly back away from
Can I
him.
make an insult?
And like he's gonna grab his traveling pack and be like, time to go. Was Tucker coming with us?
How'd you like your breakfast? Was it okay? Was it satisfactory? Was it to your liking?
Who's he talking to? Just anyone?
You're standing in front of him.
Oh, I mean, it was wonderful. It was perfect. They were delicious biscuits.
Oh, that's good. And he just kind of turns and walks off. Happy that you enjoy it.
He's a friend.
I don't know if it worked.
I think it worked. The glassy eyes, the slack jaw, the being unusually kind and not insulting. That had magic all over it. So should we get Tucker before we go? We got to get out of here. I don't know how long. How long did your spell last? How long is he gonna be? He's gonna get okay.
let's
He's gonna
see.
get okay, right?
Is this something that he knows happened to him immediately after?
This just says if the suggested activity can be completed in a shorter time, the spell ends when the subject finishes what it was asked to do. And it doesn't say that they know.
But it also says you have to have concentration for up to 8 hours to make it stick. So you
Unless
have,
he completes.
So-
Oh,
unless he
yeah,
completes it within
concentration
8 hours.
up to 8 hours.
yeah. If you want it to permanently stick,
Great.
How about? Do you want to hang out at the inn while we investigate in the town?
I mean, I can, sure, if you want. I can,
Do you need to be near him to concentrate, or can you be like anywhere?
No.
I think it's probably
I'll
as far as the spell reaches.
mm-hmm.
So if you really want me to, I can stay back here and like maybe help clean up a little bit so I don't feel so guilty that I just did that.
Well, he was saying that he was kind of confident that Kalita could make up the entire debt tonight by dancing, and I worry.
That just kind of seems like a whole lot of gold to make in one night. So I was a little worried that maybe it wasn't going to happen and we were going to be stuck here.
Well, now we are kind of stuck here, though.
No, we don't have to be stuck. We could just collect our stuff, and then the second we want to go, we just take right on off.
We can't leave Tucker to work off this debt that we incurred.
No, we'll bring Tucker with us. That's what I'm saying. We collect him and all
Tucker
of his
needs to
things
stay
and-
here for 2 more days until his ship shows up.
So what if we just like
Kidnap him?
willingly?
Should we
Forced adoption
ask-
is still kidnapping.
should we ask Tucker what he thinks?
That's probably a good idea.
Probably.
Make a perception check, you three.
Uh-oh.
We're so
I'm
goofy.
also
We're so
Can anyone-
goofy.
Can anyone please explain to me why all of my characters end up like this? My perception is a 4.
I feel like it's a part of you, Taylor. Some part of you.
I know the chaos just lives within me at all times.
I got an 18, Kurt.
An 18?
Zafirian got an 18.
How do you roll on D&D Beyond? I don't have my dice with me in Texas.
Just click the modifier button, the like +3. Just click it.
Ah!
Unless you have proficiency. Do you have proficiency in it? And if so, you could just add the proficiency modifier.
Ooh, yours is you have really good perception.
14. Did that go onto our thing as well?
No,
I don't know.
it won't go to roll 20 unless, well, maybe it will. If we have to have a token selected or something for it to work in
Cool.
roll 20.
14. Because I rolled a 9.
All right, so Zephyrian, you got an 18.
I did.
Fortuna, what'd you get?
A 4.
Kalita, what'd you get?
14.
Zephyrian, your eyes go slightly wide as you see 2 individuals walk into the stone hearth.
Please don't be the shepherds. Please don't be the
Oh
shepherds.
my god. Oh my god.
Long,
Kurt, don't do this to
crooked
me.
canes.
Oh, no! I have to kidnap him and we have to leave.
Now!
As they walk up
Oh,
and they
no.
wrap their hands on the bar, the barkeep. Shepherds, how are you? How fares you? May I have an ale? And they literally rest their crooks right next to where Fortuna is standing. The masked mouth looks over to Fortuna, looks her over, up and down. The dogs are not present, and you can see on him gashes, wounds, still healing. Would
Hi
you-
there. Good to see you again.
They
Sir?
like the Ezekiel looks over, or Jeremiah rather looks over, and you all are from Black Rock, yes?
Yes, we visited around the fire for some time.
Yes, yes, I recall, yes. Well, I have unfortunate news for you.
What's that?
Yes.
It has burned to the ground.
What?
BlackRock?
Well, we
Or the Last Inn, because we saw
We-
that one.
were traveling that direction, and it seems that the city was little more than a smoking ruin at that point.
Do you know what caused it?
We could not tell. There were no bodies to speak of. Just what was left of the town itself.
Do you
Well-
mean no bodies like there was nothing left because they were burnt, or do you mean there were just none there?
I did not stutter in my words, woman. His eyes kind of narrow, looking at you a little closer.
Well, if the bodies were burned, a lot of the time it's going to leave distinctive markings.
You
Did you
see, you see Ezekiel, like make hand movements, right? And whatnot, and you can get the gist of what he's saying, right? They're just gone.
A whole town full of people just up and disappeared.
You see
Well,
him
Were
just
there
kind
any-
of looking nod.
Were there any tracks, any signs of struggle?
He just, like the shepherd, just like lets out a deep, strong sigh. You are fortunate to have gotten out of that town when you did.
The the strange clockwork figures, it sounded like they attacked the Last Inn, but when there's a bard, Tucker, and some, I don't know, quasi royalty people were there. We found their bodies, but their hearts had been punched out or tore out, but they left the bodies, but maybe they were interrupted. Maybe they would have done the same thing at the Last Inn as happened at BlackRock, taking all of the bodies away to use for who knows what. Did you see the ruins of the Last Inn?
I think they were the shepherds that stopped them.
We are indeed. Our bones are weary. We require rest and aid. Tell me, where's the nearest medicae? And the bartender's like, he's like, I can send for one.
I can help. I can help to heal some of these wounds.
You are truly an angel in disguise, if that is the case.
As I'm gonna which one of them looks like they have the worst? I'm starting with the worst wound.
Technically, Ezekiel looks like he's the worst. He's the one with the mouth, like the
Okay,
metal mouth guard.
not including the mouth being broken. He has the worst wound.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna place my hand.
He moves your hand away.
It's more effective if I touch you.
And
Or-
Jeremiah, his penance is pain.
Oh. So
I
you
thought
don't.
I thought his penance was he couldn't talk.
Would you like me to bind them? I won't take the pain, but I can keep the bleeding from killing you.
Make a medicine roll. He's basically refusing magic. He
Yep.
recognizes that you were attempting to perform magic on him, and he's
Yep.
refusing magic. He's refusing magic.
14.
14. Okay, so it will take some time, but you will be able to bind and bandage his wounds. And in that time, they are served food. They eat, and how as Ezekiel eats, they are of little words outside of stating that they must seek out others of their order, and perhaps call forth a conclave to meet in Sherper and try to find the true nature of what is going on in these mountains.
How long would a conclave take to organize? As I'm binding, and every so often I'm just gonna like reach over, place hand on Jebediah.
Jeremiah.
I got close.
Mhm.
And I'm just gonna do a cure wounds on him if he's gonna let me use magic.
Yeah, he will.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna cast a first level cure wounds on him. This is a dramatic die on roll 20, I swear. That's 11 hit points. Because I roll real well on that one.
While his outward appearance doesn't seem to change, his back kind of straightens up a little bit.
Yeah.
So they basically recount what they saw. What they, it literally looked like, forgive the expression. It quite literally looked like a town out of The Walking Dead, where everything was smoking and cratered and whatnot, but there were no bodies. None. Not a single one. Something had laid siege to this town, but none of the dead could be found.
That is very concerning.
Well, this is the tactic of necromancer warlords for rebolstering their armies.
Yes.
So this is not a... I mean, or they could be eating them, but that seems less likely.
Seems as though the tide has increased. Maybe fewer of them woke up than they thought.
Yeah.
It just seems concerning that whole towns can go missing that fast.
A lot can happen in a few days.
That is also true. The shepherds finish their food. Jeremiah thanks you for your help. And they retire to a room, stating that they very much are in need of rest, and that they should set out for their keep as soon as possible and bring forth a conclave. Now, Fortuna, you know what a conclave is. A conclave is essentially them launching a crusade, where they gather in great numbers, and if you do not fit the status quo of what they believe to be not a monster, they will execute you. So it is they may be formidable warriors, they may be powerful in their capabilities. It is very scary what happens when they bring the full weight of them to bear.
Did they let us know how long it would take for a conclave to form?
Mm-mm. He seemed to ignore that question.
I'm a little
She
worried.
wouldn't push.
This town seems to be kind of a melting pot, and bringing in something that is obsessed with order seems volatile, to say the least. I don't know if there's
Especially
someone
when you have caravans of people.
Their
coming.
whole order is volatile. They kill monsters, but
Fortuna, keep it. They're just in the other room. They creep me out too. I'm with you.
We're gonna stay in a less fancy suite tonight, and stay in my room.
Oh, what if we somehow... Oh, never mind. I already made sure that he's all right with... Oh, by the way, Kalita, you don't have to dance tonight. Did I tell you this?
I feel bad.
Wait, okay, so now
maybe we split the profits now, so that we're not poor.
Well, I agree. Or we could pawn it off on the shepherds somehow if we need to, because screw those guys.
Pawn off
Let's
the dancing
not
on
mess
them?
with
What
the
are we?
shepherds. Let's.
The dancing or the debt or both.
How about we don't go near them unless we have to, and we keep a wide berth, and we try not to get you killed.
I
How
do
does that
like I do like that idea. So how long is it gonna be before we're far enough away from them where I don't have to worry about it?
Fortuna,
I don't have.
you know the answer to that question already.
Well, these two specifically, at least. Just for like a minute.
I think they're going to be turning their attention to something greater than you, but you do not want to be in that way.
That is fair.
I think the longer you're anywhere near them, they're gonna find I think they're looking for a reason.
So no more doing sketchy things like that.
Yeah, don't enchant people. Although we couldn't have known they were walking in, but man, that was pretty risky.
Enchant them with
But
your lovely words.
they don't mind that I can do magic. They just mind that I can
Yes, but they'll
change.
use it as an excuse.
You're messing with someone's free will with magic. That can't be a good thing in their book.
I guess. But I'm just a monster for existing in their book.
Yes, and they're
So
going to use any ammunition that they can to demonize you. Don't give them any.
I suppose you're right.
So if there's no debt, can we get? Should we talk to Tucker? Should we try to
We
include
definitely should
him
check in with Tucker.
on our investigation? We'll see if he wants to go with us.
We also need to get the information we came to this town for still.
Yes, you still need to go to the library.
Yes,
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. We should bring Tucker with us to the library to help research. He might be interested too.
Did we determine if Fortuna can actually leave this room without the town guard being called on us?
Yeah. All it is that Fortuna is exceptionally uncomfortable in their presence. So it's that level of.
Oh no, I mean for the magic.
Concentration.
She
I
can,
think that
she can drop the concentration if she wants.
I'm not gonna do that just yet.
Are you ruling that concentration can only be held within the range of the spell?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Noted.
Because 5e's too easy. Everybody's powerful. Walk out of the zone.
Man. heat metal teleport. That's the concentration's broken.
So you can let it go if you want.
Let it go.
Let me talk to Tucker first before you decide on what.
Yeah, I think we should talk to Tucker for sure.
Jeffrey will kind of shuffle over to the door to the kitchen and knock.
Tucker is walking out pot of dishes. What do you want?
A couple things. One, we may have wiped your debt clean, with an asterisk next to it.
May.
The second is the second thing is we're heading to the library to research Starport and research the diamond halls and to do other things. I thought maybe that would be something you might want to come do with us or help out with. I mean, you have 2 days to kill till your ship arrives, and I think that Kalita is going to be able to do some table dancing tonight to pay off your debt. Sorry again about I meant it to be a funny tease, haha thing. I didn't realize, you're going to be an indentured servant. Sorry.
Right. That's one of those things about the area. It's a little fun is, when you tell somebody, specifically a barkeep, about a well-known bard, saying that you are on my quote-unquote tab at an establishment that I work at and frequent, yes, they're going to take it quite seriously.
You said he was your friend, and I didn't think your friend would do that to you.
Friend is a very loose term. Friend as in he wouldn't outright kill me on sight, but he's not above...
So less a friend and just not an enemy.
Yes, something
Okay.
like that. Have you ever heard the tale of the smuggler Solo and his friend Calrissian?
But yes, who hasn't?
It's a lot like that.
Ah, I see. Well, in any case, we're trying to make amends there. I mean, appreciate your help doing this research too. If you can pull yourself away from the dishes.
See your way over to the quill. I would need to get rest up, change and whatnot. But I mean, I'm setting sail. I'm leaving this port. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But again, asterisk next to clearing my debt.
Yeah, you can talk to Fortuna about that. She's right out front. Also, just a slight warning. I don't know if you heard, but the shepherds are here, Ezekiel and Jeremiah. So
I like the shepherds. They're quite nice individuals.
Oh, that's right. You like them. Okay.
He
In any
just-
case,
He's like,
we'll be at the quill.
None of you should ever play poker.
It's a period like expert in giving away too much information.
So much.
He wanders away.
Oh my god.
Oh,
People
I
should know
love
the
this.
truth, and what they do with the truth is up to them. It's not my problem.
So you meet outside. And do you make your way to the quill?
And does Fortuna join?
And does
Fortuna,
Fortuna
are you-
join?
Kalita and Zephyr stand
You
outside
gotta
the
make
door and
a-
just like
you-
watch.
you-
We just
you-
watch Fortuna to figure out what she's gonna do.
Should I stay or should I go now?
Yeah.
I am going to look at Fortuna. I can pay off our debt. I don't know if will he know that you tried something fishy on him if your spell fails.
It doesn't say that he will.
It might, I can maybe put it as like a change of heart sort of thing. Okay.
Right, like maybe
give
that
me a
maybe he
moment.
changed his mind.
Give it just a bit here. Okay. I'm gonna go find our dwarven buddy.
This doesn't say that he'll ever know.
I know, but I'd rather be safe. I've been run out of too many towns already. I can't. I'm gonna go find him.
All right.
And I'm gonna sign up. I'm gonna put down 10 of my 15 gold. So almost everything that I have. Like, I know Fortuna came and talked with you about wiping it clean, but I would feel bad leaving you out the money that we owe you. It's goods and services, and you are nothing if not a businessman. So I'm going to put this little down payment on our debt.
Okay.
And I will be back tonight, and I will help to pay off the rest of it. But I'm putting this here so that it's like I'm leaving a deposit, like security, that I will be back. I'm not abandoning you or any of this. I will be here tonight at 8.
What debt are you paying?
We ran up a bit of a tab, remember? And I'm going to, with my other hand, be like, get out of the move, Fortuna, go.
Or do you want? Oh, should I go outside?
I can't talk to you right now. I'm far away.
I'll hook my arm in
All right,
Fortuna's
all right.
arm and kind of like we'll walk like, let's go see what's happening at the quill.
Yep.
Sure.
Come on, Ray, my favorite bird.
Favorite bird dad.
And I'm just gonna keep talking with him. Like it wouldn't be fair for you to wipe the debt that you were telling me about earlier.
What? Debt?
As we ran up a bit of a bill last night. I don't remember.
Once we get out the door, I'll drop concentration.
What debt? What debt?
Oh, we owed you. I think it was like, oh gosh. Do you have your books? I'm admittedly very bad with numbers. Entertainers
Steel
are.
trap. I remember everybody who owes me.
I do not doubt that for a moment. We had this discussion this morning.
No, you had breakfast this morning and agreed to
I had.
dance on the table to earn some coin, but not for any debt.
Oh, maybe I misunderstood. I apologize. I drank so much last night. I
I mean, the crowd will love it if you still dance on the table. I mean,
I would love to.
minus some of the armor.
I would love to perform for your patrons. So I will see you tonight. It was 8 o'clock that you want to be on, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Excellent. Well, I will see you then. And I'm getting the hell out of Dodge. And I'm leaving that 10 gold because I put it down as a deposit and I committed.
He rolled a 2 on his save.
And also rolled an 8 to see if he knew anything about magic that
Knew
happened.
happened to him. Nope and nope. But that was fun. Yeah, read facial expressions.
I feel better about that. And also, like, we're not screwing an innocent merchant out of his livelihood.
I mean, there
Like,
is that.
very bright.
There is that. So,
Have guilt on the conscience.
Look, I may be chaotic, but I am good.
Noted.
It's just in my blood. I can't help it.
all right. So, you head out towards the quill, yes?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Are we coming back tonight? We are, right? We have to stay for Tucker for the next 2 days?
Yeah, I figured we were. Well, I thought maybe we would spend today researching and then head out tomorrow if we've kind of exhausted whatever it is that we're researching. I think
we should spend the full as much time as we can getting as much information as we can.
Yeah.
And not leave at night in the snow.
And what time did the shepherds say they were leaving? Did they?
They didn't.
They didn't say no, but I do fear that Sherper this winter is going to be a shepherd stronghold.
Yes.
I agree.
Which may not be really hospitable to us, so we should plan for that.
I agree with that as well.
I think I heard some like ethereal voice on the wind describing the scene to us.
There was that, yes.
The voice comes back and says, as you all travel through the bustling streets, cold and chilly, draining the energy and warmth from your bones, you eventually find your way to the Bleeding Quill, which is a 2-story building tucked into the corner of the Merchant's Quarter. It is not the in best condition. It's not in bad condition, but it certainly has been here for a while. The wear and tear of the winds and the cold, cracking some of the stones. There's been new posts set up front, and you see that above the door is a calligraphic spelling of Bleeding Quill alongside a black feather pen and an ink pot. The lights appear to be on. There are windows. You can see tons of books just scattered upon shelves of various sizes of tomes.
Lita just instinctively in her coat tucks her hands in.
Fortuna steps inside and just takes the deepest sniff in the whole world of all the books.
It is exactly as you remember in every library you've stepped foot in, just the smell of leather and ink and the scent of oil burning from the lamps. It's a quaint inside. The tons of books lining the walls, shelves upon shelves of just knowledge. There is a small circular center to the building in which there is an individual stationed there. You see a petite figure, about 4'11" in height, with a shy stature. She has light gray skin, a tint of purple, white hair, half of which is up and the other half cascades down her back. She's wearing plain clothes, and as you all approach, she looks up with golden, wide eyes and greets you.
Greetings. Hello.
Hi.
I'm Zephyrian, and I'm doing a bit of research. I'm hoping you can point me toward. Well, I don't know that you'll recognize any of these names, but what were they? There's like Zaraxis, General Zaraxis of like an ancient thing. We have something you might hear. If you take a look at this, and he's going to pull out. Oh, I don't. Who has the heart plug thing? Do I still have it?
You
I
do.
believe you had it last.
Yeah.
Yes.
So so he's gonna take out the cloth that's wrapped around the heart plug thing and kind of like unwrap it. And
Yes, by all means, just bring out the ancient, terrifying thing in the middle of the library. That's gonna go well.
if you want it held differently, you're welcome to carry it.
He just looks back and
We're
forth.
hoping to learn more about this. And I kind of like show her the mechanism.
You lower it towards me.
If it's you,
she's
then yes.
little, like she's little.
Well, I'm only
Yeah, I like kneel
She's, like,
down.
barely able to peek up over the countertop.
I'll like kind of walk around, like kneel down, or I'll set it. If she has like a little desk, I'll set the cloth down with the thing on it, and say, it's got some ties to an ancient civilization here, and it might be connected with some goings on. But do you have any sections or books off the top of your head that might lead us to learn more about it?
She picks up her quill and just kind of pokes a little bit, not touching it.
Sorry, there's little bits of goo. We didn't clean it super well. There's
I
like
wouldn't touch it.
congealed. Sorry about that.
So, like you see this mechanical looking device, and even though you don't quite know what it is, you can make out a lot of the writing that's on it, right? And it all looks to be from dwarvish holds of Starport, because they have a particular flair to their runes and whatnot. And you very much see several individual runes that denote of the tale of the ancient dwarven lord who created the diamond halls of Starport.
I'm gonna just point to the section where there would be stuff for them. Just
Over there. Those are the ones. How do you know that those are the ones about it? Do you know anything about this?
I can read dwarven information's over there.
Oh, what can you read it? Do you know? Can you read those runes?
Well, yeah, that's why I pointed you over there.
Yes, but if you can read them right now, you can tell me what they say.
No, but you wanted information, but it's over there.
Well,
It's over there, and it's apparently inside you.
Can you read us the runes that are on this, and also, so we can find the information, can you read us the runes before we go and find the information?
But what would you learn if you don't go look and try to do it?
It'll take us hours to match the runes on the thing to the runes in the book, but if you just know what they mean, you could just tell us what they mean.
But
and
then
say
you're
Did we find a bigger
You
nerd
want money?
than you
What's
two?
And as we're having this conversation, I want to kind of narrow my eyes and look at this person and see if I notice any similarities between the two of us, because the description that you gave is so similar, and I'm trying to figure out if I'm getting the same kind of vibe off of them as I get from me.
Thank you for those gift subs, Patrick.
Staring at her. She's not looking at you, but she can feel your eyes. Just, yes, I am a changeling. What of it?
Oh, I'm going to turn myself into her.
What
It's
is
nice
happening?
to find another one.
I'm going to immediately look over my shoulder and make sure that the shepherds are not walking around in the frickin' middle of the street.
Now,
We're going to sleep.
Savea, you have interacted with shepherds before, and because you always present as your true self, they have never once deemed you as a threat. They have never once referred to you as a monster, because you are who you say you are. right? However, Fortuna doing this can very much set a wrong precedence, and you are aware of this.
Mm-hmm. Why are you hiding?
Well, I kind of just very recently learned how to do this. It hasn't been very long at all. So really, I haven't hid it. It's just been more, I've been afraid to do it since I learned. And now I'm getting more comfortable, and it's been fun for me a little bit, except the shepherds have kind of been tracking me down. So I've just stuck to the same form that they originally saw me in a while back.
What did you do?
I don't know, I exist. And that's all they really seem to care about.
You must have done something. I exist and they've never bothered me.
I honestly have no idea because I haven't done anything wrong to them. I don't think I've really done much wrong at all
Well, seems
in my
like you're
life.
deceiving them.
By taking the same form that my parents had, because I didn't even know that I could do this until I learned. Really, it was not that long ago. I just didn't know that I could even do it. And they seemed to be upset that I existed in a form that wasn't my original form, but I didn't know.
Well, it is a lie to them.
Black and white thinking has never done the world any good.
What is good, really?
Exactly.
Tacos.
To crush your
Tucker's
enemies.
cooking.
Yeah.
They start talking like amongst each other. She just kind of turns her head and goes back to what she was doing, just ignoring them.
She is a bigger nerd than. See, this. What you're feeling right now, this is what it's like talking to you two sometimes.
No.
Yes,
Really?
really.
Zephyrian, do you follow Zavea's guidance as to where to go?
Yeah, I'll make one final attempt to be like, couldn't you just read it? I'll go look up the
No,
runes.
the value of knowledge is in the acquisition. I feel like you got drunk once and told me that.
I would never. That's not my. That's not. I'm gonna go over here.
You would not remember because I think I threw the bottle at your head afterwards, but
Yeah.
So as you press into that portion of the library, you see areas and books talking about ancient legends of Starport, the wars that have existed there, the trade routes that have been there, and it is said to have been one of the most immaculate cities ever built outside of a dwarven hold. And you see on the wall a kind of what's that expression, like where there used to be like a poster on the wall and there's the discoloration where it's not there anymore.
Like a tapestry or something?
No. Like it's like if you were to take
It's
Yeah, like
like
there's like a-
everything else has that thin layer of dust, and then that's been covering it, and then it's
Yeah.
removed.
Yeah.
What? Excuse me, librarian. What's your name?
My name is Zavea.
Sophia. Or Sophia?
Zavea.
What's the first letter?
S.
Savea. Gotcha. What was here? See where there's
A map.
there's an out. There was a. Where has it gone?
It is a mystery. People believe it was stolen by some group or the other. Why?
What was the map of?
If you say Starport,
She just nods at you.
yeah, I knew it.
Uh-oh.
Someone,
Why did you ask?
that just happens to be where we're headed to learn more about this strange device after learning all that we can from here. So, there's always a bit of serendipity that between myself and my goal, something will come up to a lesser or greater evil usually, and so I'm just not surprised. I'm surprised that I'm not surprised that I'm surprised. Is all.
There's a lot of surprises in that sentence.
Wait, you're not surprised that you're
Control
surprised.
of the
Got it.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, I got it.
Do you happen to know? Do you happen to know who it was?
Well,
Something
no,
something tells me that
if we knew who it was, we'd have it back.
maybe, unless it was an inside job.
Just look at
You live. This is like a town of ruffians and tricksters and
inside what?
inside like say you work at a vault and one of the guards
vault?
helps people steal from. That's called an inside job.
This is not a vault.
It's a vault of knowledge.
No, people take knowledge from here all the time.
Is it? Do you write down? Then you would have written down who took the thing if they're going to check it back in, or if it's a take it and bring it back situation.
It's not. That's why I don't know where it is.
So it was stolen in the same way that you could steal from a vault.
But this is not a vault. This is a library.
Lena's
It's
just leaning back against a
Where's
wall.
Oriel? I feel like Oriel would have a better connection.
I'm thinking
Kalita,
that's what's
you see what I'm
probably
going for,
happened
right,
here
Kalita?
is
Can you
it was
take over?
stolen.
Definitely stolen. Don't know who took it.
Yeah.
Might be important.
This is epic. This is epic.
This is great. I'm thoroughly entertained.
So Zephyrian is going to kind of give up on that line of conversation. Just kind of huff off, and he's going to actually look. He's going to note that the map's gone, and that will probably come up. But he's going to try to actually find some books to see if there's anything of note. And it's things like, the grand entrance to Starport was constructed in such a way, and if you step on this square, a 4-ton block falls on you and kills you. Like that sort of like, oh, it'd be really good to know that about this place that we're heading to.
Investigation check or history?
I would go investigation on this one, I think.
I could
Yeah.
be convinced of something else if
You got something.
perhaps.
I would go for history. If I got to choose between the two, I would select history.
What's your justification for history, Zephyrian the Wanderer?
He's wandered a lot. He's been everywhere. He's already learned that the runes are dwarven. He understands the history of both Sherper and of Starport and kind of the area and the time that he has spent here. And he does travel around and collect knowledge on it, so it might theoretically be possible that he could connect the dots in a historic manner after reading several tomes rather than stumbling across something, right? Like a clue. I don't know how to put that. That was a bunch of word salad. I could go either way.
I'll allow it. Oh, yeah.
We'll allow it.
We'll allow it.
Allowed.
We'll allow it. Yeah.
He reads the history books and he connects the dots versus, I don't know how investigation would be any different than that, to be honest. Like, to be super.
You just want the one that has a higher stat.
Don't dig yourself
I want
into
the higher
a hole.
roll.
Just take it. Just take it.
Dirty 20.
Did anyone want to help him, sir?
Kalita's
help.
staying away from the books that are important for our mission,
That's wise.
but is going to lean over, still like hands fully in the pocket, very clearly trying not to touch anything.
Okay.
And probably like grabbed a bit of snow, stuck it in her winter coat, and is like, there's like bits of steam coming out from the pockets as she's getting like a little antsy being near books and flammable things.
I like it.
Savannah, right? Good.
What? What was it?
Oh, I was asking if I was getting her name right because I'm being polite. You should learn it. While they're looking at that, I had a query. As you seem to know so much about this library, as you should, I usually have Fortuna look for books for me. She's much better at it than I am. Would you happen to have
Speaking
any
of, I rolled a 23.
Exactly. This is why I'm not looking for books.
Shit.
Would you happen to have any books on beings of fire. I know this town is not the most hot and flamey of places, but perhaps within a library, I can find something.
Is there a section I can direct her to?
Yeah.
It's not helpful because she doesn't actually know really what she's looking for. She just is like, fire being. It's like when a middle schooler is trying to do a Google search.
There are
Points.
books. Yep, you got it. There are books. She will point you to them.
She kind of gets bored halfway through your question and goes back to writing and just points that way.
And Kalita's going to, without taking her hands out, is like head sideways trying to read the spines because she's refusing to touch the books and take them down to read them better, and is judging the books by their covers because she doesn't want to get in trouble.
You see a series of books, Immolation and You, a guide to being surviving the life as a fire genasi. You see The Caressing Flame, how not to burn your lover physically, at least. Stuff like that.
The one called Pyroxis.
Called what?
Pyroxis.
And she's going to look around. Would you happen to have a cloth or leather straps or anything?
This is a library. Why would we have leather straps?
I'm trying really
I would
hard.
like you to rethink that sentence real quick. I mean,
I'm trying very hard to not damage anything.
She'll get up.
I'm being respectful to the books.
Which one do you want?
And it's like pointing with like elbow and nose at the caressing flame or what that one, obviously, and also the one titled Praxis.
Reaches up, pulls them both down, holds them out to you.
Takes coat.
You're strange. And she walks away.
Yeah, I'm trying my best.
There's gloves.
Nobody on me at the moment. And is going to carefully try and walk over the books
hang on,
and put it in front of her nerds.
Zephyrian's going to clap his hands, and the portal to the prismatic dubstep realm opens. Johann slams into the ceiling, and the portal closes. Carry her books, please. Do what Kalita wants.
Oh, this could work. Thank you so much. I'm going to be polite to you when you help me, unlike some people. Would you mind helping me to like open the page and go between the pages so I can read it without getting excited about something and destroying things? Can it be? Can you rotate it 90 degrees? Is it up? I can't tell on yours.
It's upside down now.
A whole 180. Okay, you were smart enough that you understand the correct way to read a book. I'm not gonna. Yes, so you should know how to present a book for it to be read. You were an intelligent, successful wizard.
Now you know what I deal with on a regular basis.
I know that you are intelligent enough to hold a book correctly.
I think he might be powered by spite.
I'm sure he is. But I'm trying to... The spite should rightfully be directed at Zephyrian. I'm being kind. Thank you. And I'm going to spend time trying to like read this book with Johan flipping pages for me.
What the basics of what you get from Pyroxis is a conversation about the fire plane, how it is not a realm just of destruction, but also a crucible of creation. Flames for life, and from them spring creatures of lava and ethereal flame. There isn't much deep on what you were wanting to look for specifically in relation to your whole thing that's going on. Yeah. But it's
a step.
It's a start. It's for sure
more
a start.
Than she's gotten in a long time.
Exactly.
And there's a bit of just like excitement as like the embers kind of start on the ends of her hair. Fortuna. I found things.
What? What'd you find?
Nope, exiting. And runs outside, dunks head in snow. Oh, okay. Hot
steam
and sizzling noise.
Fortuna just like sticks her head out the door. Are you quite all right?
Yes. You know the project that I was helping that you were helping me with. I found a little bit more information on it, and I am very excited about that. And I'm trying really hard to keep that excitement.
Just one second. Fortuna turns around and starts like sniffing the air and looking around the whole. It's Zephyrian, is anything burning? Do you smell anything burning? Should I be worried? How did she find something? Oh, is Johan just standing there with the book? You're a good one, Johan.
I want to read what she's reading.
It's not even the spicy book. That's why I didn't read the spicy book in there. That's later.
Zephyrian, your the stuff that you're able to uncover with yours refers to the Dwarven Lord Zarek and how he came about and the deals that he made to protect his dwarven holds when he was basically taken advantage of and attempted to be locked away through essentially the greed of others, and how the legend of his undying army came into being, about how he made a deal with a Dark One that was able to grant him the power to pour his will into his people so that no wound would fell them and time would never touch them, and allow them to march on eternal with gears for hearts instead of flesh and blood.
I will take out my little notebook and like write down my notes and stuff that I learn about Zarak. I'm not gonna share it quite yet with. I mean, I'll wait until the current there, until Kalita like chills out. Haha.
Fortuna was helping with Zephyrian, right? With your role that you found what was basically a very boring and dry book, but you managed to push through it, which was the starport from the ground to the stars. And it was a history of the construction of Starport and the how it came to be, how it got its name, how it was layer upon layer upon layer upon layer. The city grew towards the sky, and it references a map that was essentially blueprints of the city, right? And you kind of are able to piece together between what the book says and what's missing from the wall.
All right. So I think that there was a map of Starport. This whole book is just from the ground up. Like, this is the building of Starport itself. But I think that maybe, is there like a page missing from the book? Does it look like a page was torn out or something?
No, not so much that a page was torn out, but that there was an accompanying map.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So that's what was on the wall, and that was stolen.
So here are my thoughts. This, I mean, it's pretty clear that Zerak's army is real, for one thing. That
Yeah.
somehow it was locked away or put to sleep, and now it is coming back. I think that our mission to Starport might be either to discover that that's where they're coming from, or if they're coming from somewhere else, then a way to discover the nature of the magic of these eternal warriors and a way to stop it. And I think we need the blueprint. And so I would ask if I could make a roll to try to identify if in the construction of Starport, if there was like a vault or a chamber that has this like some sort of description that's like this is this central point of all of our power, that power, like, you know what I mean, like where's the core of this place, or a lab of magical focus.
It is not.
I'm so sorry. Canadian Ninja Gamer just gifted us 10 gift subs.
Holy cow.
He's been doing it
Thank
just
you
massively.
so much
Thank you so
for
much.
all of the gifted subs that you have been throwing our way, Patrick. You are 100% a pillar of this particular community.
So much love.
Thank you
Buying
so
all the
very
coffee.
much. Buying all the
Oh
coffees.
my God.
All the coffees. Getting all
Thank
the
you.
things. Thank you so much, Canadian.
Please continue. That just needed to be said.
Yes, it is. I'm gonna turn down the alert box a little bit because I imagine it's probably getting a little loud.
There's no alert box popping up that I can see.
There's not?
I see them.
I see it.
I don't
Okay.
hear it, but I also don't have the sound on.
We're up to
so-
triple something.
Triple
Is the name?
A.
How many more do we have to go? We've
Uh,
got like 6 more to go.
yeah, 6 more to go. I'm gonna turn the alert box down just a little bit, so we can
Thank
continue.
you so much, Patrick.
Thank you again, Patrick. We greatly appreciate it. What you find is that they don't have the only thing referenced in here that you know of is it says that in the heart of the Hall of Diamonds, right, there is a chamber of rebirth. And those who are reborn in the Hall of Diamonds serve eternal.
Okay, and so I'll point this out to Fortuna. This mentions that the Hall of Diamonds that we've been talking about is apparently their chamber of rebirth, where I'm assuming they take someone who's not one of these eternal machines and make them there.
That's interesting.
I also think it's important before we go there that we know where in there we're headed. It's huge. It's layer upon layer. I mean, this city is gigantic. We're gonna need that map.
I agree. But where would we even start to look?
Surveyor, do you happen to know when that map disappeared?
A while back.
Are we
Do you
talking
have
like
more
a couple
specifics?
weeks, a couple
How-
years?
I don't remember what you told me, Gert.
It was taken about 3 months. It was taken about 3 months ago, and
3
there
months
was there was no evidence that was enough evidence to prove to the town's guard that the Red Hands were responsible for taking it.
Well, I was holding that information.
Oh well, my bad. Sorry.
Oops.
Go then.
No, we can
Go
roleplay
and
that,
give.
not
Yeah,
knowing
we
that.
don't matter.
Thanks for that.
We are masters of the no meta.
It was 3 months ago or so, I think.
That
You-
seems soon enough for someone to use that for nefarious purposes.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. I'm just hoping they didn't already take it. I hope that they weren't planning on going there too, because then if we're after this map, it could be on the side of the road halfway there, or already in the Starporter. Do you happen to remember who took it?
Well, no, we don't know who took it, but it's thought that possibly the Red Hands did it, but
The Red Hands. Okay. So at least we have at least a place to start
Right.
asking some questions. And maybe if we, actually, we have the perfect venue tonight when, well, I don't know if you're into this kind of thing, Savea, but tonight at the inn, Kalita's going to be doing some dancing, and that might be the perfect time for her to get some information out of one of them. Seems like an opportunity.
Yeah, did you want to come with us?
Hold on. I think we've given her. I recognize the panic.
Panic at the Disco.
Yep, that is a nerd panic right there. We do not know people in this town. Well, we do not know people in this town who are associated with the Red Hand that we know of. It would be helpful in order to reclaim knowledge that has been lost, to have a set of eyes who is local to the town, who might be able to point us to it. I'm not saying that you need to get involved in danger. You're just enjoying a show after all.
But you might be able to recognize them.
We will
point them
not.
out to us.
You see what I am, though.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And so is she.
You want my help?
Well,
Why would
Sure.
what you are
yes.
make any difference?
Because I'm a changeling.
And
Yeah,
so
I
is
know.
she.
And we have been treated like lepers our entire lives, and I'm tired of it. So come hang out with us. Let's have fun and also learn things together.
And point out a potential red hand person that you might recognize. Let's not forget the.
Easier on the cells, Epharian. You shouldn't be cordoned up because you're a changeling. There's knowledge out there. There are books from beyond these walls.
And I bring my books.
Yes.
Do you have a bag for them? Like, how many are you trying to carry at one time?
We already have a library of books that you two are bringing around. I'm sure she can add to it.
We have plenty of books also, and if you don't want to carry a whole lot of weight with you, then we can go to just other libraries.
But can I bring my books?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Is she gonna be okay at the inn, Kalita?
She's met them before. They don't bug her. I think she gets more from everybody else than she does from them.
Fair.
Equally horrible.
I was thinking more about the loud noises.
Hey,
Oh.
everybody needs something to start with.
The-
We can probably find some. I'm sure the caravans will have some sort of like ear warmers that we can put on her to help like muffle the sound.
Or call it exposure therapy.
It is also exposure therapy. Have you been to the tavern before?
I've walked past it.
Oh, honey.
This'll be
Oh,
fun.
honey, come here.
Guys away from you, from your like. You reach out, and she's like, "No."
Okay, no touching. That's fine.
Just a,
I'm not
no.
gonna hurt you. Though I realize I did just like get very toasty in the library, and I apologize. That's why I was acting
Out.
weird. I know. Don't. Okay.
Out.
The show starts at 8.
I hope you come.
She trails after you, like she's making sure you walk out. She's
Oh,
trailing
yep.
after you.
Yep.
She's just short of a broom shooing you out the door. Like, out. Fire hazard.
And then I'll share the information with Kalita about that we learned about Starport.
Yeah.
After we get there.
How tall are you, Kalita?
Me?
Yeah.
5'8".
So it's just this tiny little.
Yep. It's okay. This is not the worst way I've been thrown out of the library.
Is the worst way that there was no library left? I probably
Yes.
shouldn't have said that.
She pulls out her notebook and just scribbles some things down.
I'm like an interesting case study. I am an unknown.
Very.
And you
We
say we're the nerds.
Right?
you might like this guy Tucker. Have you met Tucker? You might. I don't know.
Oh, do you know
I can see
Tucker?
you two hitting it off.
Wow. Wow. Hey, you're about the size of a halfling. Do you know all other people your same size?
Oh,
Given his
guys.
personality, asking anybody in this town if they know him would be like a non-race specific question.
This is
Just to be
like,
clear.
yeah, this is like asking if anyone in any given town knows who Yaskir is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I know Tucker?
You have probably heard of him. But because you don't frequent the tavern, you don't really you're like, oh yes, he sings songs and whatnot. Yes, I think we have a couple of his books. That's about it, kind of thing.
Yeah. I've heard him. But I stay here. I don't go anywhere.
Well, we kind of need you to see if you can recognize any of the Red Hand, so that we can question them at the inn,
But
so
no-
that we can and keep with me here, so that we can research the weird heart plug thing by getting the map that will show us where to go within Starport to stop the rebirth of dead bodies into clockwork soldiers that are currently burning cities down. So no pressure, but that's kind of what's at stake.
No pressure.
No pressure.
You're terrifying her.
Some people are destined for responsibility, and it just happens to be that Savea is the key to stopping all of these cities from being burned to the ground and people being killed.
Like,
I didn't make this happen.
Ever again.
Zephyrian, I just need to ask you this
He
because
walks back into the
I was
library.
incredibly sheltered as a child because my parents were concerned for my well-being because of what I am. However, I seem to have a little bit more of the social rapport than you might have here. So like what, that's my question for you, is just what?
Johan, are you still taking his last order to you was to listen to me, right? Can you drag his ass out here? I'm not going to go back in because I'm respectful and I listen to the instructions.
Savea's
and
already
I
gone.
follow.
Like, she's walked back in as you guys were talking. She's gone.
Yeah. Fortuna, you might want to talk to her. I'm going to take Zephyrian far away where he can stop blabbermouthing about scary, scary things to everybody we meet.
I feel people should know the truth.
Yes, there's a difference between knowing the truth and causing panics.
My other concern is that you give the information to the wrong person and they use
Also
it for the
true.
wrong reasons.
Are you really worried about that right now, though?
No, I'm just concerned that you're overwhelming someone who has lived in a library her entire life.
I concede your point that the life of an adventurer, things that we consider day-to-day activities, would terrify and traumatize normal citizens.
Yes.
I see your point.
You've
I
got a
will
brilliant mind.
try to not do that.
We should work on what's an inside thought and what's an outside thought.
Okay.
I still feel that people should know the truth, but I will refrain from traumatizing
I
them.
would agree with you in most situations.
Johan, and I'll snap my fingers, and the portal will open, and he'll fall through into wherever it is that he comes from.
Oh, bye, Johan.
Wrong lever!
Oh, the lever crunk.
Oh my lord! All right.
Okay,
friends.
so I hope I didn't damage her too much, Fortuna, that you can't still convince her to come.
I'll give it a shot.
It's like it dragged away.
Yes.
Well, all right, friends. I feel that is probably a good time to take our one and only break, because reasons. Well, stick around, friends. We will be right back in about 5 or so minutes. Refill your drinks, grab your snacks, do whatever it is that you're gonna do, but stick around with us. We'll be back to see Ashlyn dancing on tables and trying to find out who the red hands are. I don't think that's what they mean. All right,
That's
friends,
beautiful.
we'll be back.
Oh, you guys are so entertaining.
Oh Lord.
I went there multiple times. I just started crying.
I'm trying so hard not to just be party mom again.
Oh my gosh.
Won't let it happen.
My own
It's
art.
so
We won't let it
Oh
happen.
my
It's
goodness.
so funny because we like all have our very comfortable characters that we end up playing. Because I went in here and I was like, Fortuna is going to be the most lawful, good, naive little baby. And she's like, suggestion, set things on fire.
Yeah.
Sneaky, murmur.
Oh my goodness. Thank you everybody for sticking around with us through this
Yes.
absolute
And thank you guys
chaos. Thank you once again,
for the
Patrick,
resubs.
Canadian Ancient Gamer, for all those wonderful gifted subs. Our
The
resubs,
resubs,
our new
Chatters
subs.
for chilling with us tonight.
Oh yes,
gosh.
the followers, all of that is greatly appreciated.
All right, I'm gonna
Really
make hot
incredible.
chocolate now.
Well, you got like 5 minutes. Go make some hot chocolate.
Quick, run! Fortuna
Oh,
deserves
glitter.
it.
Oh, my kids got glitter all over
Also,
my
Amanda, you're
laundry.
doing so incredible. I am having such a wonderful time. This
I know,
is so
right?
good.
Oh my lord!
Just wait till they actually discover what she can do.
Right?
No.
Nothing. She's just the NPC right now. Just okay.
Well, see, the whole thing is she's had all this time to study, but no practical application. So, like, she's got all the book knowledge.
Yeah.
She doesn't talk to people much. She just points in the direction of where
We gotta find a way to motivate her though to get her out and about. That's gonna be the challenge.
You kind of already did, and I'm not sure anyone picked up on it.
You already did, yeah.
Which one? Was it the? What was it? I missed it.
Do you genuinely want me to tell you, or do you want to try and figure it out?
No. Just we'll play it out, whatever it might be.
Oh my lord. Man, I don't know if we're gonna get through all of this one. I'm hoping so.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll
When
see
do
if
we ever get through everything?
what shiny thing we come across to
Ooh,
roleplay about for 90 minutes.
It's very fun roleplay though. Also, I am thoroughly enjoying the co-DMing thing. It's fun to just
Yeah.
hop off.
What's your strat? What's your like? Okay, you take over. For
We message each other and be like, I'm out of words. Go do words.
oh, your turn. Tag.
So, tag.
Tag hear it.
I wasn't
tag.
sure if it was like a system where like okay, you do
So-
descriptions and I do.
No. So it's we're kind of getting the vibe for it. So collectively, we have both been writing this story that you guys have been playing through, right? She's definitely come up with a lot of the NPC names, the location names, some of the interactions and stuff that we've been having. Whereas I have like the grand arc of the story, right? Who's your big bad guys? Who are your key story beats that you need to make sure of? And if there's anything damaging from your backstory that is used against you on a regular basis, you can thank Rachel for that, because she took great excitement in ripping apart backstories and figuring out how to hurt you with them.
Bring it. Traumatize me.
Oh, just you wait, Ashlyn. Just you wait.
Because I left it so open of
So
like
open.
I'm a
I
little
got
worried.
vague ideas.
Uh-huh.
Use them to traumatize me.
And I will. Oh, we will.
Look, I
We
had
have
a
an entire
DM.
Miro board that's just like a murder board. It's
Yeah.
pretty much what it is.
Beautiful. I love it. I had a DM that it was a very big, complex world, and so I went, I have amnesia. And he went, bet. I've been stuck in a mirror for 8,000 years. And that was all I gave him. I'm a draconic bloodline sorcerer with a noble background with amnesia who's been stuck in a mirror for 8,000 years. That was my way of not having to learn the lore of this giant world. Turns out I was like the princess of the hell area. My mom melted my face off with a mask that she gave me. And I ended up murdering 3 million people. by
Sounds
completing
like
a
a
ritual
Tuesday.
to try and
War
save
criminal.
everybody.
War criminal.
And
Pass
of course,
Pass
a
the
dress made
meeple
of
gave
gray
200
human skin
biddies.
that my mother made me.
Who
You
would
want to get
who
that
would you like
song.
those biddies to go to?
Ooh,
Also,
bitty
that's
bitty.
an incredible backstory.
They
Right?
go to
I
Bach.
found it
Bach.
so fun to have
To the
different
DM.
stories that you guys said. Oh, that's so kind.
Rachel, how would you like to use that against them?
Oh,
Yes.
the time will come, I'm sure.
Break us.
Why? Why would you do this? Why don't give them bits? I'm gonna tell Courtney on you. No.
I mean,
But I've had such a fun time going through your guys' backstories and not only seeing how you guys prepare it differently from each other, but also finding like the similarities and just, oh, you guys are great at writing backstories. It's very fun. It's so much fun.
That's been my whole week because I just started a play-by-post campaign on Discord, on my Discord, to start playing. And everybody came with very different things for this political intrigue. And over the course of this week, as they've been starting, I'm like, ooh, and that, and this, and ooh, look at this web.
It's so fun.
oh yes. We've got to get to this one character. We've got to get to that end scene because that's the one that that's the one that we've got to have it.
Absolutely.
Just dive in with, just cut us off and start describing us moving on at any point. Like we're just kind of messing around.
Ashlyn has theories
Oh.
because Ashlyn's brain always.
So Ashlyn, if you didn't know, John does a rewatch of episodes and theorizes and comes up with, possible ideas of what's going on while he's walking on a treadmill.
Oh yeah.
You two being
That's
you
incredible.
two being in the same time zone.
I'm not in the time zone now.
Well, that's your fault.
It's my work's fault. Thank
Oh, I
you
mean,
very much.
everybody, actually, anybody who's watching tonight at 9 p.m. Pacific, if you want to watch me huff and puff and be out of breath and not be able to talk while watching the VODs, you are welcome. I think we just got to the part where Kalita was dancing on the tables, then the dude came in, and the whole scene where like Johan picks the thing up off the ground, and we're getting ready to head to the room.
Yes.
And so I think that's about where I'm at. I
That's
think.
a good fun part.
I can't wait to the next episode because that's what I missed. Like I
Mhm.
missed the whole resolution of what happened with that thing, and I specifically haven't asked anyone. So I'm actually curious if they fought it, if it ran away. I have no clue. How they even know that it's called a Jacoby.
Oh,
Okay.
Jacoby. What a guy. What a fella. Wanted to take some people as trophies. You guys said nah. Give
Nah,
a little
brah.
slap around.
What? Tasha's just eating a tortilla with what, a slice of cheese in it? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
a great dinner. It's a good little snack.
Freaking girl dinner. What is this?
Girl dinner.
Oh god damn it.
What the hell was
Holy crap! Wow!
When
Was
he
that
started,
is that a thing?
Yeah.
it is.
Oh yeah.
And the like immediacy.
Ah,
The
yeah.
immediacy of all of you.
Wow.
Girl dinner.
Girl dinner, girl dinner.
Ah.
It's pretty fun not being up to date on anything like that, and then to have you all mystically like randomly break into songs simultaneously. It's pretty magical.
Harmony time. You're so right.
My brain is always in song.
Same.
So like Diggy Diggy Hole was just right here.
Diggy diggy hole.
Yep.
Diggy diggy hole. I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy diggy hole.
Not
Listen.
nearly as charming as the girl dinner bit.
No, for real. All right, I will say this much, right? That song, Diggy Diggy Hole, right, has caused me to crank out more reps than I have in any other song.
Yes,
Because
sir.
it's the beat. It's the beat. You just keep going. You just keep going. diggy, diggy hole, diggy, diggy hole, right? But all right, friends, we have everybody back. Everybody's got their girl dinner, and hot chocolate. And so we're gonna pop back over, friends, in 3, 2, 1.
I had a DoubleTree cookie for my girl dinner.
Yo, I hope
That
you
sounds like
actually
it'd be
go and get
delicious.
some actual food other than a cookie for dinner.
I'm not going to because I have stomach pain.
I wonder why.
I had
wonder
stomach pain
why.
because I ate a Whataburger.
Ooh.
I know, you
That
can't
makes-
help it. You have that filth in and out that you partake of on a regular, right? Yeah.
Excuse me? Whataburger just got its booty kicked by In-N-Out and Habit. I will fight you on that one.
Anyways, welcome back.
Welcome back! Welcome
all-
back. So, we find ourselves later that evening with Kalida dancing for her supper, so to speak. Savea, did you in fact join them at the inn? Or at the tavern rather?
Shift gets off.
Your shit so the tavern is full once again. Its doors open, people moving about, celebrating, just enjoying the last few days within Sherper, before the town shuts down. Savea, this being your first time out, you're kind of off to the side, not really getting up from the table or whatnot. Fortuna, being the kind soul that she is, keeping you company and listening to you and probably reading you your cards, something that hasn't ever happened before. Though, when the death card comes up, it's a little scary.
It's all right. It's all right. It doesn't mean anything bad necessarily. It just means like rebirth and change. So you're not gonna die. You're okay.
I thought you said it didn't mean anything bad.
It doesn't. It just means like change. Change
Death
can be
isn't
good.
necessarily bad. Right?
Well, I mean,
it's a
Savea,
natural
you're aware
thing.
you're aware of your studies of magical items, specifically there being a specific deck of cards that when death is pulled, that death can arrive, and it is most definitely not a good thing.
Oh, this is not the same type of deck of cards. This is completely different. These are tarot cards.
Put them away.
Put them away. Put them all away.
Uh-huh. Shuffles them back into the box.
Kalida, we need to
Yes.
see how well things are going.
Oh, yeah. Kalida definitely
was-
during the day went to the caravans, found the ones that are the most like what she grew up around, and has bought dancing clothes.
Give me a
She jingled.
performance.
I almost want to give her advantage as this is something that she has done before. This is something, it's in her element.
I'm
her
picturing,
experiences.
like-
it comes with memories.
I'm
Oh,
picturing
we've done
mid-90s,
this.
like full sequin.
Wait.
Waiting,
You're right.
holding.
This does invoke memories. What kind of memories does this invoke, Rachel? What kind of memories does this stir up for Kalida?
The days before things went wrong. Years before things went wrong. Within the caravans. Dancing, tunes, singing, music, filling not only your ears, but your bones, your body, your blood, baked into you. It is a peaceful time to get into that flow state, but it always fuels that fire within. There is a heat, and sometimes it's warming, and sometimes it's painful. What do you think it is right now for Kalida?
Right now, as she's dancing, as she has her viol, she's letting some of those embers dance down the strings as she will often do. And in her heart, she feels and hears a familiar drum beating, but there is no drum playing for everybody else. It's the drum that she's constantly missing. So there's a wistfulness to it, but performance is how she keeps memory alive and how she keeps going.
Make your
I would say
performance
with
roll.
advantage. I don't know if you agree.
I'll get. I mean,
You
that's
don't
your call.
need Kurt's permission.
Yeah, do it with advantage.
You were co-DMs.
That's fair.
It's okay because I rolled the same thing twice.
What'd you get?
Amazing.
What'd you get?
15.
15.
Okay.
All right. So the you begin to dance and you begin to let those memories and those feelings flow through you, and they push through you, and the crowd is oohed and awed. Roll me 4d4.
Oh, good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop. 7.
So as you're beginning to dance, 7 gold are chipped your way towards the table as the crowd begins to really get into the rhythm of what you're doing. Zephyrian, you're eyeing the crowd, looking around. Give me a perception check.
Is this for the red hands?
This is
So,
really good wine.
Oh, no.
Could Savea and
Like-
Fortuna also roll?
Yes, they could as well.
I got a 2.
Hmm.
Woo!
You've got legs.
It's good wine. Imported even.
Are you with the red hand? No, are you? You?
14.
No,
Oh,
okay.
It's in your
God.
hand. It becomes red.
Not drunk Zephyrian again.
It's a good one.
22.
You spot the unmistakable red gloves in the belt line of several individuals gathered towards the outskirts of the crowds. They're in their cups, they're drinking. They very much are enjoying themselves.
Right. She's, without saying anything, just gesturing at Fortuna.
Is that them? Oh, interesting. All right. I'm just gonna throw up a real quick detect magic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you detect magic all around you. There's magical items glowing. There's
Specifically on all of them.
Oh yeah, they've got several magical items glowing on them.
All right, good to know.
Loves.
What do you do?
So how do we want to handle this? I could distract them with my bird.
I'm trying to figure out what you're going to do.
You expect me to do something?
I'm asking for your input.
I pointed them out. I did what I was supposed to.
Well, how much do you know about them as far as like how dangerous are they? If I were to try to pull one of them aside, how dangerous would that be for me?
Savea, you are well aware that the Red Hands are named that because their rite of passage is that they must commit a murder.
Ah. Ah.
So yes.
Good.
Although, no, I wouldn't suggest it. Maybe ask the other one to do it. Zephyr, ask him.
Oh, all right, sure. Zephyrian.
You know, it's times like this when we're in an inn and we're drinking and it's warm and there's beautiful people dancing. This is what I think about when we're traveling in the wilderness. And you have to have the bad moments in the wilderness and to balance with the good moments of this. It has to be.
Fortuna just cups the side
Yeah.
of his face. You sweet boy, go sit. Go sit down. She turns around and looks at Savea.
wanders, he
I
staggers
don't
off.
I don't think Zephyrian is going to be able to help very much right now.
Are you the red hand?
Zephyrian,
No, are
stop
you?
it. Stop it.
What's the guy
Dr.
got to
Matt.
do to find the red guy for the red hand? We're looking for a map.
Zephyrian, I'm going to need you to
We're
shut
gonna
up.
get Fortuna. We're gonna
Zephyrian.
get lost.
Okay, baby doll, I'ma handle it all. Please go sit. Please sit down and just watch
Where
Kalita dance. Please.
where Zephyrian plops down, he can't help but look left and look right. And as he does look right, he sees a beautiful, regal, elvish woman with long, pointed
No
ears.
way.
And she looks over and says, "Well, if it isn't Zephyrian, the Wanderer, I believe is your moniker."
Yes, you remember me.
Oh, how could I forget such a...
Sylvana Throw?
How could I forget such a face?
I would say that back at you. Your lovely figure shines above all others. I'm so excited to I'm so excited to see you here.
Eyes are
Is
up
this
here,
the one that
sweetheart.
you wrote about her supple bosoms?
Yes.
She just very much goes, "Eyes are up here, sweetheart." Now that Zephyrian is thoroughly distracted.
Yeah.
Kalida, you see Fortuna and Savea pointing towards a section where some individuals are at, and the song is kind of coming to a lull. If you wish to take a break.
Actually, what she's going to do is I'm gonna looking at the tables, is there a clear, like, without stepping on anybody's drinks, if I go slow enough and daintily enough, can I table dance one more song over so that I end up next to them?
Okay.
As the entertainer, also trying to listen in and vibe check.
Fortuna, and Savea, because you two are not quite into your cups, and you're getting to truly see Kalida moving around in the fullness of her form. Give me perception checks real quick.
It doesn't drink, so she will never be in her cups.
15.
21.
You both notice this interesting mark on Kalida's back. Kalida, what does this mark look like?
Down each of her shoulder blades, it looks almost like burn scar, but it's too intricate for it to have been just a burn. And it's not, there isn't like an indent like a brand would be, but it is a pair of wings that go down her back, burned into her flesh in a way that it is intricate, yet not like forcefully burned.
So like tattoo, but like more scarification
Yes.
tattooing.
Yes.
Battle.
I also would like you to make a persuasion check, Kalida, just to see if you have enough of the audience's attention that as you're starting to kind of dance upon the tables and hop from one to one, that people notice and will move their drinks out of the way for you to do so without
Yeah,
incident.
right? That I don't piss everybody off. That's
Yep.
a 22.
Oh, with ease.
How
As soon
pretty.
as you start hopping from table to table, doing the swishing of your skirt and the leading with your hands to other aspects of yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone is at immediate attention, moves drinks, hoots and hollers as you stand, throws their gold. And you are able to snake your way around within the song.
Awesome. While I am performing around them, the the music is going to shift so it's just like ever so slightly quieter. Like it's a quiet, intense bit, but it's so that I can hear better. And I'm specifically not singing so that I don't have to come up with words while I'm listening, because that's really hard to do.
Fair enough. They're not saying anything. They're just as enthralled as you are. Like, one of them's even sitting down on the chair looking up at you, like, grinning as you bring your Selma Hayek looking ass from Dusk Till Dawn across the tables over to him. And he's just sitting there staring.
Just a very overt wink and a little entertainer flirt. I'm sending I'm going to use Produce Flame to send a bit of ember from her lips down the viol and have it just spark right in front of them.
He kind of like jumps back for a minute, and he's like, ah, and the other ones around him are like, yeah, all right. It's not every man, but for lack of a better term, every 18-year-old boy who ever walked into an exotic dance club is convinced that she only has eyes for him, and that's very much the expression that's on his face at the moment.
Oh yeah.
100%, yeah. And
then is going to dance her way away, knowing that she has now captured some attention and might be able to use that later.
Okay. The night progresses on, and after a while, things begin to wind down, and most of the red hands, wander off, before too much longer, though the one in which you had attention hangs about for a bit, and he kind of into his drinks comes kind of stumbling over. Zephyrian, very much still captivated by somebody else having long conversations about mercantile trade and the benefits and the exchange of goods from one to another, and how services exchanged are just as important as those of goods. Zephyrian is just hanging on every word that she has. As he walks over and he goes, the young man walks up and says, "You were quite captivating this evening."
Oh, thank you ever so much. And what might your name be, sir?
Oh, my name is Tarian, and your name is what?
Galida.
Ah, Kalida. I heard this name before.
You have? It's not a particularly common one.
Yes, I know I've heard this before. Where? I don't know where I remember it from. Perhaps one of the other boys happened to know a woman. I don't know, but I know you now, and I could not help but realize that you had perhaps you like what you saw, like I like what I saw.
Well, it would be improper to discuss such things without a drink. Yet I seem frightfully dry.
Yes, yes, drink for the very pretty lady. And like the
barmaid,
comes over and brings over a drink. So, tell me, what is it going to take to keep your attention for the rest of the evening?
Well, what might you be suggesting?
He just kind of gives you a blank stare and kind of like blushes a little bit, right? As he's never realized that he's actually have to say it out loud, kind of thing. And he's just kind of like, you know, company, what have you? Yeah.
Where might you be bringing this company?
Oh, we can get a room here. I mean, I have going to Spain.
This room, I've spent enough nights here.
Where would you like to go?
Where would you want to bring me?
You see him kind of like at that point, like he's hit that point of where like drunk hits, and like his brain shuts off for half a second, and is just like, oh, what were we talking about?
Where do you call home, I suppose?
I call home the barracks, but I do not think you want to engage in such activities with an audience. I mean, or maybe you do. I'm not.
Hey, you don't know.
Exactly.
Would the barracks is somewhere that is known, like the location is known, or is that a new bit of info?
It's a new bit of info.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sure if Ashlyn forgot or if I had just not heard it before. Oh, the barracks, I didn't see those coming in.
They're in our place where we work. I mean, if you wish permanent employment, we could talk to my boss. I mean, he's always looking for a new girl. I mean, don't get me wrong. After I've had the chance to, give you a proper recommendation.
Oh, a place of work. What do you do for a living? It is
Whatever I want.
proper to have a bit of conversation before engaging in a bit of fun.
He just kind of looks at you and just kind of like with a wry smile. Whatever I want.
Well, that does sound quite intriguing. A man of mystery.
He like slaps the gloves on his side. You know what these mean. You know what I'm about. Why play coy?
I am new to this town. I have only been here a very short amount of time.
Oh, good. Then you have no predispositions.
Exactly.
Well, what would you have me do to win your affections for the evening?
Well, I suppose I could do with a bit of a tour being so new to town.
Oh, you would like the tour, would you?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I like to know a little bit about the people that I keep company and the
well,
people that they keep company with.
oh, I think that could be arranged. Where do you wish to go?
Like I said, I know nothing of this town.
Well, maybe that's better. You only need to know me.
But it seems like such a lovely place.
It is. It is not a lovely place. It is a trade town where we kill, murder, and take what we want. Unless you're part of the river runners, and then we just kill you for sport.
Oh, a bit of a rivalry, eh?
Well, of course. They have, well, taken one of our lieutenants, and we do not like it. And we plan to murder them all in the morning, but it will be quite a gruesome fight. And you wouldn't want to send this soldier off to war without a proper send-off now, would you?
Oh, of course not. And I'm going to signal for just one more, for two more drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see if I can lean over to Orin first.
Mm-hmm.
I will pay you for the strongest thing that you can pour a full cup for this man. I am trying to get this guy to pass out so that I want to get him so drunk that he basically just
Oh yeah,
does not remember me.
It's
And
not. It's not going to take much.
Yeah.
Not at all.
So that when I don't screw him,
he he just sits there and is like, yes, they took one of our lieutenants, and We are going to go to war with them in the morning, and then we shall see what's what, and we won't have to worry about the river runners anymore.
One of your lieutenants? How on earth did they manage that?
It happens. He was showboating at the hall here the other night, and we told him not to, but of course he did. He had to make light of his great exploits, and perhaps he took something he shouldn't have taken from the river runners, but we want to end them anyway, and hopefully this will be their last season when they are here.
He was taken here last night.
No, it was. He was. Yeah, he was. That is right. What day is it? Gosh, you are so beautiful.
Oh, interesting. Well, does the lieutenant have a name? Perhaps I ran into him the other night.
Oh, we call him Scar. It's kind of a moniker.
Scar.
Z. Yes. Oh, it seems that the merchant maiden is going to get her own little action this evening, eh?
He wrote her a poem.
I'm sure it has something to do with her grand assets.
That honestly was more poetic than what I read from it.
Well, when you've been to the city of Greyhawk, you pick up a thing or two about verbiage.
Ah, so you're well traveled as well.
I am.
Perhaps I might escort you home to the barracks.
Or perhaps I could show you all of the tricks I have learned in my travels.
Why not two birds with one stone?
See, let us go. And he puts out an arm, right?
Yep.
And he puts out an arm, and if you take it or whatnot, and he's just like, this knight is looking up, and then boom.
Oh, I might have overdone that just a tad.
He failed his con save. What do you want?
Yeah. So close. But I got some good information. Owen, would you like me to put him outside or in a corner somewhere?
Just make sure he doesn't die.
I mean, of course, I'm not cruel.
They'll come retrieve him in a little while.
Excellent. And I'm going to go back to the crew.
And you see Tucker come out, and he has something that mounts to a meat hook, but he hooks it through the belt loop and just starts slowly dragging the dude towards the outside. If you really wanted to be able to do something with the Red Hands, you could just go talk to them. It's not hard. They run the only magic shop in town.
That would have been lovely information that someone could have given us.
I mean, they're all going to be dead in the morning anyways. What does it matter?
They're all going to be dead in the morning.
Well, I imagine so.
Why?
Let's just say I think the river runners have a bit of a leg up.
Interesting. Do you know where the river runners operate out of? Obviously the river. I got that much.
They have a warehouse out in the docks.
Interesting. Might be. So, seems that they took one of the lieutenants for the Red Hand.
Yeah, sounds like it. Looks like they took Sky.
I got that much. He may not have been particularly coherent, but I've got that much.
Mm-hmm. He's their findsman, as they say.
Findsman? What's a findsman?
He finds things. He procures their maps. He knows where their vaults are at. He goes and he seeks out treasure hoards and returns them. He lived a caravan lifestyle for a pretty long time, so he's pretty well versed in everywhere around here.
Maps. Interesting. Well, you said the warehouse.
Yes. I think warehouse 72.
Excellent.
Last I knew, anyway.
Right. That was so much easier than talking to that idiot.
You didn't bother to ask.
I didn't think you would know. I don't know how secretive they are about their secret bases. Apparently not very.
Most folk around here aren't dumb enough to cross the Red Hands.
Yes.
Oh,
Fair.
here's your take. And he like sets out like a pouch, and you hear the unmistakable coinage. You probably could have got more if you lost the top, but understandable.
We keep a clean show around here.
Not here.
Around here.
Right.
Is it enough to pay off the debt?
There are 327 gold
Holy
pieces.
shit.
Dang.
I will leave some of that.
In the meantime, was there anything that Fortuna, Zephyrian, or Savea wanted to do?
In Twilight's embrace, she stands, a sight, elven grace, her form alight, dark hair cascading, a nightfall stream, her ample beauty, a living dream, her eyes, a mirror of starlit skies, where merchants whisper and secrets rise, a queen in her own right, artfully rare, the caravan's jewel beyond compare.
Come here, lover boy. And she just like lays one on you right there at the table.
Savea looks very uncomfortable and is sitting there holding her little journal like,
I'm equally as uncomfortable, I think. It just
Like it does the whole like, you know, like you picture in like comedy movies where like it fades out in the background, but you can noticeably see like a leg shoots up into the air and like suddenly like a
Yeah.
shirt flies off
Who
kind of
knows?
thing. You're just kind of like, what the
Well, I guess everyone's real busy tonight.
Josh would show up for the sex scene, but you know, whatever.
Right? He knew it. He felt it.
Mm-hmm.
Felt it in his soul.
There was a quivering in his loins.
Just
I just so Kalita,
Oh, yes, Fortuna. Oh, I'm headed over there. Anyways, I have information as well.
well, I don't have much information other than Zephyrian is about to probably go up to the room and we're not going to be able to use it for a little while.
That's fine. Though we might need him in a short while. How long are
Well-
you going to take, Zephyrian?
I don't know, give him like 5-6 minutes at least.
Okay, that seems fair.
My constitution from traveling is second to none. I will see you at first light.
No, you won't. We'll be coming and getting you soon.
No, first light.
No, because the people we need, this is a tonight problem.
Um,
Have fun.
Kalita, make a perception check for me. Same with Fortuna.
Boop.
Bad.
17.
Okay. With a 17, you see as Zephyrian's head kind of drops for a moment. The satchel he was carrying kind of falls off of his shoulder, and the unmistakable series of potions of restoration roll outside of the bag as he, you know, doesn't feel like he needs them anymore. Why are they blue colored?
Is this a
Kurt.
tonight problem? Go have your fun. I will fill you in later after you fill her in.
Savannah
Now
sends
we're-
a wink your way
Not like-
and starts
not-
dragging Zephyrian upstairs.
Or she fills you in. I'm not gonna judge.
Make sure you eat a breadstick, apparently.
That's right.
What are you gonna use that breadstick for?
You eat it.
Fortitude.
Sure.
Whatever she wants, man. Honestly,
Ouch.
whatever she's into.
So, what did the rest of you do?
So I found some interesting information. Apparently I didn't need to go and it was a very tedious conversation I just had with that man. Apparently Tucker just had information. Could have just asked
Oh.
him. Didn't know to ask him. But the Red Hand's lieutenant was taken last night from here by the river runners. The Red Hand live at somewhere called the Barracks. He passed out before he could take me to it, so I don't know where that is, but they do own the magic shop in town, so perhaps it's there.
All right.
The river runners operate out of a warehouse down by the docks. But the person they took seems to probably be the one who probably took the map.
Oh,
That would be my guess. He is their
oh.
findsman. Tucker specifically mentioned maps and vaults and things like that. If anyone was to take it, I would assume it'd be him, but it seems like if we don't move tonight, well, the Red Hand Tucker assumes will be dead by morning. And the Red Hand
Because
are planning
he's
on
been
killing them
kidnapped.
first light.
Oh.
So we've got a certain story from the West Side coming.
Ah,
Make it snappy.
Yeah.
for some reason, I want to say that there are some jets that we should be working.
What?
Are
got
you
a jet?
the Sharks
Come
and
on,
Jets
Kurt.
West Side Story?
Come on now.
I got you guys.
Aw.
At least one of the DMs has you.
I saw that movie in grade school because it was required and never
Not
again.
only is it a movie, but it's
The
also a
musical.
musical. Thank you. Yes. Anyways.
When you're a jet, you're the last one around.
Wait. How many minutes in a year?
525,600 minutes.
Raise your hand if you were a theater kid.
I was a choir
I
kid.
brought that on myself. I'm sorry.
You did.
You did. You absolutely did. You know that what was going to happen.
But yes,
Anyway,
I think that might be someone that we want to keep from dying because they might have information that we would need.
so how fast are we moving? Now? Like right this second?
I don't think it's a right this second, but it's definitely a not
Before
in the morning.
morning. So do we wait for Zephyrian to be done?
I'm going to give him the average for men, and then I'm going to go knock on the door.
Oh, no.
We'll give him a respectable amount of time.
All right,
After
so 30
a
minutes.
respectable amount of time, you all go and knock on the door.
Oh, you know what we can do? If he's not done, one of us can just cry. And I feel like he'll come.
You're just
finish the sentence.
finish that fucking sentence right now. Finish that sentence right now.
It's been a wild session.
I'm not on mute. I'm sorry.
He'll feel real sad and be worried about us, and he'll come out of his room.
I need to know now, do you do that? Do you knock or like just stand outside the door and then start crying? Like,
No, I'm usually in the room.
because I have material if that's where you're going with it.
Oh my god.
Please explain the plan and what you guys do, because I need this to happen right now.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh my god.
No, past the people. I'm not in the room crying.
Oh.
I think he's watching the stream right now too.
In the room crying.
In the room crying.
Oh my god.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
if your partner is watching right now, I'm sorry, man. This is just how she
funny.
is.
It's written itself, really.
It is. It really is. Does she cry? Is that what?
No.
We gotta stop. We gotta stop, you guys.
Okay, yeah, okay. What do you do? I gotta know.
Wait, what?
You retrieve Zephyrian as he comes later. Fucking Christ.
We could. How about? I've got it. How about Sylvana comes down first,
Okay.
and she is very regal and dignified, right? And so
We are
she
put
walks out,
together, of
and
course.
then you guys can drag Zephyrian out by his naked foot, and then he scrambles and gets his clothes on and joins you half drunk. Boom.
There you go.
All right.
God, Zephyrian became Scanlan so fast.
No,
Oh man. Anyway,
I like to think I have more class than Scanlan, but
I
So-
mean, I do have Maximilian's Earthen Grasp prepared right now.
no, you
I'm
don't.
just.
So,
leave the streets.
mhm. You're in the streets. Where are you
We
going?
fill Zephyrian in with the
Mhm.
information.
Yeah.
Where are you guys headed? Are you guys headed to try and find the magic shop? Or are you guys headed to the warehouse?
We need to save the guy, don't we?
Yes, do we want to get the Red Hand to do that with us, or do we want to do that for them? Like, we could just start the brawl. I don't actually care if they all die or not.
I worry
It's
if we
two
start an
shitty
all-out.
groups of people.
I feel like if we start an all-out war, that there's going to be a lot of like civilian casualties. We might not want to do that.
That is a good point. They're planning on doing that anyways,
Doing what?
having a full-on war. One of these
Oh, they're
groups
gonna have a
will
they're gonna have a
probably-
war in the morning.
Yes, or
I thought you just meant like a fight, like they were gonna
Oh, no, they
full
want to
war,
just-
a full war in the streets.
we might as well direct that war somewhere else, like the warehouse.
Yeah, I
It also might be good to have people there who might get hit and hurt instead of us. Murdery meat shields.
I love a
I'm just trying to
murder
think
meat
of the
shield.
I'm trying to think of the I like the small group approach of like just us sneaking in and saving the day,
That also is valid.
but including the Red Hand in it, at least letting them know what we're doing. If we can avoid there being a war in the streets,
If we tell them they're already powder keg, we will set a match to it.
we can flip a coin.
Savea, this is your town. What do you think?
Zavea's like just walking towards the door. She did what you guys had asked her, and she's starting to walk towards the door.
Your opinion is important. I feel like people don't tell you that enough. Your opinion is important. You live here.
Well, I live in the
Are-
library.
The library's within this area.
I live in.
Do you value life?
Again, coming
You're
from
taking an
Austin.
exceptionally long time to answer that question.
You're trying to lure her in with words of affirmation, and it's, you know.
That's actually Zephyrian's like confused. I honestly wasn't expecting you to debate that at all. I thought it was kind of I thought you'd say yes. So I guess never mind.
We're going to recover the knowledge that was
Whoa.
taken from your library.
You might have your map.
We're gonna get your map.
What motivates you? And how can we provide you with it?
Man, that is one step away from tell me what you truly desire.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tell me what you truly desire, Savea.
Oh,
For
Sophia,
you to
no,
go
no,
sit
no,
over
no,
there.
no, no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Go.
Just shove behind.
Am I doing the thing again?
Yes, you were
Yeah,
doing the
you're
thing
doing
again.
the
Oh, I'm
thing.
sorry.
Savannah,
Okay.
how do you feel
We'll watch
about
outside.
cookies or like chocolate?
That might be too far
Oh!
the other direction.
No, look, it worked.
So,
We
where are you guys going and what are you doing?
We're getting Savannah some chocolate.
Okay, you have tempted Savea with chocolate. Adventures have started for less.
true.
There's a chocolate station along the way.
Savannah,
Let's.
do you think you know these groups better than we do? Is it better for us to go in quietly or to bring in backup? I don't know if they have the item that we are looking for.
To the red hands, it's better not to go at all.
But if
Of
the
those
only
two
option is,
options,
in fact, to go,
sometimes you don't have a good option.
So,
Well,
Savea, one thing that you do know is that the Red Hands are essentially killers for hire, extortionists, and collectors of magical items, right? The River Runners are essentially the River Runners are essentially smugglers. That's just they're smugglers. They run and they sell items on the black market.
Information as well.
Mm-hmm.
if you conned your way in, might be better.
Going in much more subtly and perhaps with the promise of information.
Hire them for nefarious acts. Seems to be their go-to.
Well, I did just get a bunch of money. Are we hiring the Red Hand or are we hiring the River Runners? I feel like hiring the River Runners might be better.
Then they want to smuggle. Red Hands want. Yeah,
the Red Hands are but we're going to get their person. I feel like we don't need to pay them to get their own person back.
Why do you?
But if we can get in with the River Runners, we can then abscond with their prisoner.
Why do you need their person?
Because their person probably knows where your map is.
You have her.
I have her.
She points at Fortuna.
what do you mean?
You hide.
Oh, you want, as in she can pretend to be him?
I could be any of them.
Yeah, do you know what they look like?
I'm looking at a bunch of them right now.
You're looking at one who's passed out in the corner, and
Well, throw him in a trunk.
how long could you be him?
Use her.
You ask how long I can be him for? Is that what you just said?
No, I said throw him in a trunk somewhere and use.
Oh, I thought Kalita asked how long I could be him for because my dog won't stop barking.
That is clever. That could work, but that also leaves the how do we get to the River Runners?
Also,
We can get in with the Red Hand, sure.
probably-
But
Oh, are they all wearing like sleeves? Do they have like cloaks on?
The red hats?
Yeah.
No, the Red Hands
the-
have gloves. Yeah.
Yeah, the
But
only distinct
But like short
commonality.
sleeving gloves?
The only commonality between the river, sorry, not the river runners, the red hands that you've seen has been the glove that they have on their waist. They dress differently.
My only concern, as you, Kalita and Zephyrian know, Savea, this is new for you. When I shift, my arm stays the same.
oh yeah, she has a
So-
golden arm.
Yeah.
Why doesn't Savea do it?
That seems like a very large risk for someone who is having trouble with this conversation.
No, that's true.
So we could both go, because the good thing is I could put a glove on and I could like wear a long sleeve shirt. That way everything's covered. So I could do that.
So the thing is, I don't know that you want to disguise yourself as a red hand, because if we go to the warehouse, it's going to be full of river runners with a captive red hand, and that's not quite
Yes.
what we're after.
So
Are we
snag
heading
one
to
of
the
them, knock
magic
them out,
shop?
throw them in the river and use her.
Wait, one more time?
Is she
Snag
saying
one
that
of
we
them,
can
knock them out, throw them in the river, and use her.
The
I
librarian's
like
violent.
I like how her brain
We
works.
need to find a river runner.
Well,
Yes.
go down to the docks. You snag one.
Yes. Yes.
Knock it out. Drown it.
Them?
Use her.
Knock them out because they're a person?
Yes. You knock them out. Toss them in the water. They drown because they can't breathe, unconscious and face down in the water. And use her.
That isn't
I'm
appropriate.
sure you don't want to go adventuring because I feel like
This
you've
is
got
the same person who looked so horrified when we asked them to leave the library. And now the suggestion is drowning.
Listen, okay, they have every volume of How to Get Away with Murder in that library.
Oh yeah, this
okay?
is 1,000% like the housewife who listens to too much true crime.
Oh yeah.
Will you come with us?
the
Savannah?
more I think about this, the more I think that maybe we just go tell the Red Hands that we're going to take a shot at freeing their leader to avoid all-out war. Like, I'm leaning more towards that.
Just like the whole honesty route is what you're feeling.
Because
Yeah.
I feel like that's going to, as soon as you say, like they know that the leader's been taken, but they have a plan. They don't know that the river runners are planning on coming after them, but apparently it's well enough known that Tucker knew about it. So it's not that big of a
So
secret.
we can probably hear me out. If we go talk to the Red Hand, they can at least tell us the layout of the warehouse, so they can give us information about where we're going, or we can just get them all and go now.
I need you all to make perception checks.
I don't like
As we're
that.
standing outside in like the darkness, just
My perception checks are just
Dirty 20.
Okay.
ooh, 14 this time. I think we're in analysis paralysis.
I am at a dirty 20 perception.
Savea, what'd you get?
19.
19. Okay, cool. So Savea and Khalida, you will have +5 to this roll. I need you all to make dexterity saves.
Oh no, what?
That
The suggestion spell wore off. The innkeeper found us.
He's
30,
throwing
20.
that.
Oh, 18.
Oh, what's that face, Manda?
I rolled a nat 20.
Okay.
Oh,
Hey!
okay. So we have a nat 20, a dirty 20, and 18.
Well, I get my
And
total, I guess.
an 18.
Okay.
2 18s. Okay.
All right. So, you see several individuals wearing gray clothing around you, and a couple of them try to basically sap you as you are talking about this openly in the public. There are about 15 of these individuals surrounding you at this particular point.
And they're all just wearing gray.
Yeah.
Hi.
Savea is going to whichever one's closest to her. She just goes stop, and uses command as she's yelling stop. She uses.
What's the
stealth
save?
Save and what is it?
It's wisdom 13.
Wisdom 13.
13.
I guess
That
they have to
is a
obey for a turn.
16 on the die.
oh,
He's gonna pull his shield out, charge, shock, and grasp.
They kind of like look at you and they're just kind of like, you've got really loud mouths. You
Thank you.
need to go see Reeves.
who would Reeves?
Who's
be?
Reeves?
At this point, you very much get the impression that they are not going to give you an option.
Oh, I am sure.
And they just kind of like with their batons, for lack of a better term, because they're all carrying like clubs, right? They just gesture down the road towards the docks.
Well, I fancied a nice stroll through the nightlight anyway. How about you all?
I suppose so. That sounds real nice.
Zephyria, put it down.
Well played, masked assailants. He's gonna turn off his shocking grasp and fall in line next to Kalita.
And Kalita's going to stand so that Savea is basically trying to silently get everybody to surround Savea so that she's in the center and a little more
Immediately
protected.
makes her uncomfortable, and she just
Whoever's in the back is kind of shoved forward to start walking.
Stop it.
Then
Kalita will be
move.
up front.
Ouch! Quit smacking me. I'm walking.
As you guys are pushed down towards the docks and you make it into that area, you're all immediately hooded and your hands are bound.
Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm gonna send Ray Ray.
As you are led through several winding turns and then, oddly enough, down steps and stairs.
If Fortuna is able to see through Ray from that bird's eye view, you all being led through back alleyways into a warehouse that has the number 72.
They think they're being sneaky. Inside, though, you're all, your hoods all start getting pulled off and you're standing there. And at that moment, you're all feel shocking hits to the backs of your knees.
Oh,
which causes you to fall.
Why?
Which causes you to fall to your knees. And another individual is brought out and led and sat down on his knees, leaning forward, head covered. And out walks...
Tucker.
A halfling.
She has short black hair, half of it shaved down to the side, the rest flopping over into a bit of a spike. Black eyes. The lighting in here isn't that great, and after having your eyes covered, it's hard to start adjusting them to the dimness. But she has tan skin, and you can see a brutal amount of scarves carved across her face that distort it into a permanent grimace. And even though she has a grin on her face, it looks wrong. Heard you guys were having a little chat.
Yeah, we're looking for a map.
Interesting. I heard that you're looking for this man. And she kicks the back of him so that he's laying chest down on the ground before kind of ripping the hood off of his face. And you see Zephyrian, who you had seen before, that scar across his face. But he doesn't look to you. His eyes fall on Kalita.
Hi, Firebird.
And that's where we're going to end this session.
I knew it.
What? What?
Ashlyn knew for so long.
Yeah.
Because Ashlyn puts her own backstory together and knows that you're going to torment her with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight for
Thank
another
you guys so much.
exciting episode of Greyhawk: The Next Generation. Old Flames. And yeah.
And new flames.
And
oh, yeah.
New Flames, yes. Thank you all for joining us. This was quite the session. I'm not going to lie.
This was so fun.
This was awesome. This was fun. I have not laughed this hard and just been taken aback by the absolute gutter mouth of these fine young ladies. Like just like I'm just sitting here going like, my lord.
This is
If you can
informative. Is it just
imagine,
me?
this is me very held back.
Oh, even
If
better.
you want less held back, roleplay Inc.
Oh no.
Role-play Inc. or Blue Box After Dark. You let us know. You want to see it?
Oh, bring it.
Well, thank you everybody once again for joining us this evening. We're gonna go
Yes.
around and we're gonna do stars and wishes for everybody tonight.
Yes. Oh, my favorite.
So how Stars and Wishes work, if you guys aren't familiar with it, Stars and Wishes is the players are going to basically give out a star, and the player that gets the most stars from the table is the one who will start the next session with inspiration. Wishes are not required, but if a player has a particular wish or whatnot, it is something that we try to incorporate in some way, shape, or form, provided it fits within the scope of the story. To fit in within the next session or 2 sessions or whatnot. Like if there's a particular avenue they want to go down, up and one of the NPCs that they didn't get a chance to really interact with and they really want to, or they're tired of talking and they want to fight something, that kind of a stuff or whatnot. So, we're going to start with the I don't know, the displaced Californian. Kalita, Ashlyn, thank you for this evening so much. Stars and Wishes.
I love Zephyrian's just need to tell everybody things in ways that probably shouldn't have been told that way, but I love how much you stick to that. It's so funny. It's fantastic. And every time it leads to more stuff. It is a very effective. You're gonna move something along.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then I am already really liking Savea. The dichotomy between I never want to leave this library and then throw them in the water so they the amount of I read too many true crime stories is already very evident in her.
It's awesome.
It's awesome for sure.
My wish is obvious because I've got I'm just waiting for the literal beginning of next session.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
As soon as you put I had like 2 running theories.
Mm-hmm.
And then I put 2 and 2 together like 3 days ago. I went, oh, it's probably the second theory. I was right. I think I was right.
I mean,
I don't.
It happens.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. Remember,
I'm so excited for you guys to destroy me.
Remember,
and my emotions.
I'm excited too.
God, man, the phrasing. All of you people, phrasing.
Yeah, it's fun, Kurt. Word choice is important.
No, yeah, no, yeah.
And when you stop a sentence.
Yes, it is. Speaking of Taylor,
It didn't occur to me that was how the sentence ended because I was giggling.
Yeah.
And I wasn't thinking about that.
I'll just start crying and he'll come. Like, what? What? What?
She said it with such confidence too.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It was amazing.
I should have just left it.
Oh my lord. Yeah, right. All right.
Stars and wishes.
Stars and wishes, Taylor.
Stars, I am going with Kalita's planning today. Kalita's trying to figure out, do we dance? I'm gonna do the nice thing and pay this debt back. Let's go to the library, doing her research, coming back and still dancing anyway, even though she didn't have to. It just felt like Kalita had a whole lot of personal growth today. And then wishes, 1, to get out of here alive.
Might want to rethink that wish. Anyway.
And
yeah, it depends
2,
how close you are to Kalita.
I think definitely a little bit more sit down and talk time with Savea about what it means to be a changeling.
Okay. All right. We can work that in for sure. Yeah. John.
So, oh man. Okay, so my star would probably be. I'm gonna have two because this one doesn't count. It's for you for like removing the decision from the group about the warehouse or the magic shop. Like, thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm sorry, it was a shit or get off the pot. I'm like,
oh yeah,
come on,
100%. And I'm glad that you realize that we are inept sometimes. So the other one, I think,
didn't help that you guys were talking just out loud in the middle of the street about both of these gangs.
That's kind of it's Zephyrian's MO anyway.
Yeah.
It's true.
But I just to piggyback on what Fortuna said, the moment where Fortuna and Savea realize they're both changelings, and they had like that moment of like, this is my true form. Why aren't you using like, you're both changelings, but one chooses to like not change and one chooses to be permanently changed. I thought that was like an interesting like little point of character interaction. So I think that's my thing. And for my wish, we got to be on a ship on the water, doing something, I don't know what, but we got to be on a boat. I know there's like no literal water on the way to Starport, but I still think it'd be fun as hell if there's an excuse for us to be on a boat or a ship of some kind.
There will be a boat, but it will be quite a ways off. I'm just saying.
That's cool.
This particular one, and it may not be a seaworthy, it may be river running.
Yeah. But this group, plus the danger of falling into deep water, I don't know what it is about that dynamic, but I need to see it.
I get you. All right. Fair enough.
Amanda? Do you have any stars and wishes?
No wishes. Not yet, at least.
Okay.
But definitely star to Kalita for the planning, for that. It's exactly what I was thinking, what Taylor said, and her whole in the library just pockets like
Fantastic. Johan, read to me.
I don't need him to read to me. I am perfectly capable of reading, despite what you all seem to think. Just because I'm not a nerd.
He just doesn't want you to know.
Right?
So we have a tie for stars, which is Kalita and Savea. So yes, I said that right.
Kalita and Savea. So I mean, it's your first night on here, so you got to be the tiebreaker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I hate that. Okay. Here's the thing. Not only did we get to meet Savea for the first time, but she was absolutely hilarious and able to just, that dichotomy really does kill it. It does something for me, knowing that she was super shy, scared and nervous to get out of the library, and also just down to absolutely murder someone and give advice on how that works and how you should do that. 10 out of 10 for me. But we also got to get a little bit of Kalita backstory in here. We got to see the Marg on her back and her be able to kind of play with the crowd and the planning and everything. I'm gonna flip a dice. I'm gonna flip a coin.
I was about to say, flip a dice seems... Unless you have a D2, which is just a coin.
I have a coin. I have a dice coin.
Yeah, same.
Savea, you get the stars. So
you get inspiration for next session.
Next session, you will start with inspiration. Inspiration allows you to pick any die roll you so wish, and it gives you advantage on that on that die roll, or you can use it for a reroll. One of the two. Well, all right.
And also, just to make sure we have everything covered, Oriel woke up at some point and stumbled out with you guys, was just really quiet, a bit out of it, maybe still like kind of hungover, just like, oh no, his head. So he's with you guys.
Just get swept up.
They just dragged him there with us.
He got dragged alongside, so he's there.
Oh no, why do they have bags on my head? No, I don't like it. All right.
Thank you guys so much for being here.
Yes.
It has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for the resubs and the gift
subs
and just everything.
All of that stuff.
There were so many.
With us.
There were so
absolutely
many.
Appreciated.
So many.
Thank my lovely players for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Making yourself available, and thank you, Amanda, for joining us on stream for the first time.
So I mean, we have to do the thing real quick before we raid over, right?
I always forget.
We have to do the thing. So, Rachel, take it away.
If you're watching and you aren't following It's free. It's a little heart, and we all love it. And I would love it. We would all love it. You should do it. Or if you're following and you haven't subbed, it's free with Amazon Prime, and that'd be pretty cool. And also, as you saw, Patrick was giving a lot of gift subs, so maybe you could just say "Pretty Please" to someone, and maybe they'll give you a gift sub. Who knows? Or if you have subbed and it is expired,
Sacre bleu!
thank you so much, Kurt. We have one question for you.
What are you doing?
To follow, give us a sub. Thank you so much for being here.
Stick around with
It's
us.
been a delight.
Stick around with us. Get your raid emotes ready and everything along those lines. We're gonna raid over into Guild Superior. Dave and them over there.
9 o'clock tonight, 9 p.m. PST. I'll be rewatching the VODs while running on my treadmill and trying not to fall.
And tomorrow,
Entertaining.
LMA. What's LMA tomorrow? Painting. We're painting on LMA tomorrow. Let's go. All right, friends. Outie.
Bye. Oh, you guys are a delight.
This was so fun.
That was such a blast.